Hello. Hey, hi, hello, and good afternoon. Welcome back. I have no idea what's going on. I don't think it's because I'm uploading because I don't know. I've done this before and it just kind of means or it makes it say something like I don't remember exactly what it is, but something like or low internet connection or something like that. Okay, let me get my donation list back up and we'll be off to the races. Okay. Yay, I see Ethan. I see someone. Okay, I think we fixed the issue. Hello, Kat. Welcome, my dear. It's been a minute. Hello, IT guy. Hello, Michelle Lynn. Oh, yay, I'm so excited. I am so excited. Hello, Brandy Lynn. And we're back. Yes. Boya, Miss Libra. Hello, my dear. Okay, so Cheyenne. Cheyenne. Downey. One card read. I'm getting the list back up real quick. Okay, so of the three people on this donation list, the last two, I'm doing timestamps for. So whoever donates, you will be bumped to the top of the list right after Marlene V, who's gonna start us off. But first, before starting with these donation readings, we're gonna be doing a little show and tell. And then we're going to get into our collective reading. So get yourself some water or another beverage, a snack, some dinner if it's that time for you. And we're just going to vibe and hang out and have some fun. I went down the wrong pipe. I hate that. Don't you hate when you do that? All right. Get my voice back. Don't you hate that? I hate that. It's like brings tears to your eyes. It's like, I swallowed wrong because I'm so excited to be here. Oh, I have one more deck. Let me get it. Let's see. I might have left it downstairs, actually. Sorry. Okay, sorry. Quick technical difficulties and then throat chakra difficulties all like in one little bundle of a few minutes. All right, I think I've recovered from that little spiel that I just had. Okay, so show and tell is a couple of new decks that I got. I don't have these decks out, but this is the box. This is the Transient Light Tarot by Ari Wisner, or Weisner. I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce that, but I fell in love with the artwork on this. And these are from the Hay House sale, which I think either ended last night or maybe tonight from Hay House. Hello, happy belated birthday, Ethan! But these are absolutely stunning. And it's cool, too. You kind of see how they all bordered, but we have past, present, and future cards, along with, of course, your standard 78 tarot cards, but I'll just show you a couple. These are just stunning. I love them. And the light, again, I apologize for this. You have the light band going on. It's super bright out that window. And I just thought, why just like try to do this the way that I did it last time? I'm just going to close the blinds, turn these other lights on, and we'll have fun with this. We have Keeper of Wands, which if I do use this deck tonight, I have to brush up on what Keeper is. And I think they just named the court cards something slightly different. So Apprentice would be Page, Champion would be, which makes sense to me, the Knight, Keeper is Queen, and Crown is King. Okay, I think I got that down. But yes, I love these. I think they're so cool. They're very, I guess, more modern take or kind of a illustrated modern take on the traditional Rider-Waite. But I love the kind of craft paper look and the illustrations. I just think they're great. And it's not even a pip deck. I thought, this must be a pip deck, but it's not actually. And pip deck means that there's really no pictures on the numbers, like 2, 3, 4, 5, all that. It's just like the number of wands or cups or whatever. But yeah, there's this is kind of just the regular depiction of traditional Rider-Waite, but like the Hermit card's different than the traditional depiction, which I love. I think that's beautiful. Yeah. So there's that deck, Transient Light Tarot. And this, I said, was by Ari Wisner or Wisner. Not sure how you pronounce that. Up next, we've got Divine Beloved Oracle Cards, Change Me Prayers by Tasha Silver, which just I think would be a great deck for shadow work or just trying to live up to your highest potential, level up, level up, level up, all that fun stuff. And I love these cards. Look at the back of them. They're just beautiful. Like an infinity symbol. Was that kind of what we had? Well, this is kind of like an hourglass almost on the back of the Transient Light Tarot. And we got the kind of infinity symbol drawn out here with these tigers. And I think these are a great little compilation to the Divine Abundance Oracle, also by Tasha Silver. The artwork is slightly different, but the layout is very similar. This is a more subdued color scheme, more pastel-y looking color scheme. Her other deck is a more jewel tone color scheme, but I love all these messages. We got competition, we got acceptance, we got support, evolution. I should show you guys as well. But beautiful cards, I think. Unfolding, that one fell out in my lap, just beautiful. Okay, the next deck I have is, these are both by the same person, and I actually did a reading today with this deck, and I think it was my, the Moon Goddess of the Moon Oracle and the Earth, oh my gosh, losing my mind, Earth Magic. And I thought they all just look so beautiful together. The coloring and everything is just, so pretty. But we have here the AMJ Cullinane, and I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right, the Guardian of Night Tarot. Look how stunning. And also her Urban Crow Oracle, same person. Look at this. And these look so good together. I mean, I think it's actually different artists, but the color scheme is simple or like similar enough that I'm like, wow, I love these colors together. So, and I'll show you those two decks. We'll start with the tarot, the Guardian of Night Tarot. And this is the back of it, which I think is so beautiful. Look at that. Love it. And the cards do not disappoint either. I mean, look how stunning. That one came out in one of the readings today, and I thought it's so beautiful. Ooh, 10 of Wands. 2 of Swords. That one came out in a reading as well. The Devil. It's like a little jackalope. High Priestess. Stunning. I'm loving these. 9 of Swords even is beautiful. I mean, come on now. The Lovers. How interesting with the Scorpions. I love it. And I just kind of, except the ones that I pulled today during readings, I just kind of shuffled through them, glancing at them quickly when I first got them 2 days ago. And I haven't done like any personal readings or pulled any cards for myself with them until today. I did, the collective reading, pick a card reading. Last but not least, I love this one so much. The Urban Crow Oracle, and here's the back, which I think also very stunning. I'm loving these, like the back of the cards on a lot of these. It's just so beautiful. But these are amazing. We got the Anomaly. This one came out in a reading today as well. The White Raven, or the Albino Raven, Crow. We got Perspective. We got Anticipation. We got Night. Ooh. We got, what else? Ooh, Upheaval. I mean, these aren't all dark. We got a play card earlier too, and there's an abundance card. So they're not all dark, but there is, I can see how this deck as well would be good for shadow work. So yeah, I'm excited to use these tonight for your readings and of course our collective, but I just want to do a quick little show and tell. And behind the scenes, my kids went to school, back to school. Boston started yesterday and they both went back today as well. It's kind of, we're in that transitional phase. The kids got home and my youngest specifically was just very rambunctious, very wound up, very loud. He was very excited, but like, woo, let's dial it back there, Wrigley. So I spent most of the afternoon like, wow. But yeah, I'm glad they're back. I'm glad he's excited about his friends and his class. And Boston, he's at middle school now, so he has more than one like teacher. He's going around to different classes. So yeah, that's new and fun and exciting here. I actually did have a poll up on the other reading, or the other live stream that I had to close out, but when I went in, it said chat disconnected and my poll was not there. I'm thinking I will post that poll right now. Real quick, I'm going to copy the donation list. This is our current donation list. So Marlene is going to start us out. Cheyenne and Vicky are not here, so I'm going to be time stamping their readings. So anyone who donates between now and whenever, we will just read yours kind of more toward the beginning of this list rather than the end of the list. But I'm going to make this poll. So how have you guys been feeling? Just go ahead. You guys use whatever buzzwords you feel. How have you been feeling? But I'm going to create this poll real quick. How have you been feeling? And the options were, what were my options? They were dull and blah was one. The next option I think I had, I think it was inspired and motivated, I think was the other word. And the other option was, I think those were the only three options. Well, I had 4 and then I think I scaled it back. So none of the above, which is fine if you're none of the above. I just want to see what you guys are feeling. Because it's very interesting. 2 of the questions tonight. Oh, and you see my sign, my canvas, my Done Creative canvas actually came off the wall. The back of it came unglued from the front of it. So we got a nice little hole on the wall over there where it should be. And I got some cards stacked that I still have to put away. So hopefully I'll get that glued and figured out. And yeah, but there it is. You caught me in the behind the scenes of what's going on here. But we kind of have it in this frame a little bit. You've been feeling up and down. I've been feeling amazing. I'm so glad, Ethan. That's awesome. Motivated and productive and tired as a result. Yeah, tired was going to be one of the, I guess options. I had like 4 or 5 options initially thought out. And then when I opened the poll, I'm like, oh, let's do these 4. And then I'm like, oh, let's just do 3. Yeah, I've been very all over the place myself. Like, one day I'm very productive and motivated. The next day I'm just blah, like nothing's exciting. I'm even overwhelmed a lot lately. So yeah, I'm just wanting to see how you guys have been feeling. And yeah, feel free to answer however you feel called to do. Yeah, so we've kind of got a split with everybody. Yeah, so everybody's feeling things all over the place, it looks like. But that's awesome that Ethan's feeling well. He's feeling good. And Brandy Lynn is feeling productive and motivated. But many of the rest of us are feeling very up and down all over the place. It's cool. Yeah, but what I was getting like 2 weeks ago, that as a collective, we're in this big shift point where things aren't even just feeling like this wrap up of summer for those of us, of course, in the northern hemisphere, like this wrap up of summer. Things are shifting, they're changing, with kids going back to school. And I just feel a lot of, yes, there is a lot of tying up loose ends or old things, moving on from one thing, but there's also a lot of new beginnings to be had, or a lot of new opportunities coming in, energetically, physically speaking. There's a lot going on. So I just personally was like, I want to know what's going on with this energy. And I told myself I was going to look into the astrology of it, and then I got sidetracked and didn't do that. So we're just going to do the cards, and yeah, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to start our collective reading today. Just anything we need to know about these energies. And I just heard over the next 2 weeks. So maybe this is like a 2-week thing, 2-week window of time where things are shifting, changing, morphing. Or those of us who have been feeling a little more on the blah or not great side, maybe things are shifting between now and 2 weeks. Hopefully the sooner part of those 2 weeks, right? But yeah, I just heard too, this too shall pass, which, is a thing. And now we got the wonky lighting again. My apologies, guys. I don't know what's going on. All right, what do we need to know? What's going on? All of us watching now and on the replay, what's going on with these energies? What do we need to know? What's happening? We have, so we have 3 of Swords. I'm really reading this for many of us as like past energy, past stuff that we're tying up loose ends of or releasing, just past baggage, past wounds, past trauma. And yeah, and of course those 5 planets in retrograde, absolutely. And Mercury will be going into retrograde in the sign of, I think it's in Western Libra, but it's definitely going to be in Vedic Virgo. And of course, in Western, I think it goes back into Virgo, which is its sign of exaltation, which is where Mercury absolutely loves to be. And you would think, oh, well, when it's in its exaltation sign and then it goes retrograde, isn't that like a bad thing? I mean, it can seem not great, but like it's actually really good because Mercury's already strong in the sign of Virgo, and then you put a retrograde on that bad boy, and we are really introspecting. We are really, it basically takes the Mercury retrograde and puts it on steroids in a way. So if you're someone like me who is in Mercury Mahadasha, that's like Gemini and Vedic astrology. So if you don't know what that is, that's okay. But basically, I'm the since 2010 through 2027. So there's a 27-year, or sorry, 17-year window. I can do math, I swear. 17-year window of time where my life is ruled by the planet Mercury, basically. And my moon sign and my Rahu or North Node are also in the sign of that's ruled by Mercury, which is in Gemini. And I have two other planets in Mercury ruled sign of Virgo, my Saturn and my Mars. So like I'm very mercurial right now. And anytime there's a retrograde, I actually really thrive and love Mercury retrogrades. But me as somebody who has 6 retrograde planets in my birth chart, Mercury is not one of them. Basically the personal planets, Mercury, Venus, and that's it. Those are the only 2. Of course, the sun never goes retrograde. The North and South Node are already retrograde. Moon never goes retrograde. But of all the planets that can go retrograde, the only 2 that I have that are not retrograde are Venus and Mercury. So go me. But yeah, it's a time of introspection, of re-examination. And with also in addition with this 5 of Pentacle energy, this is about us re-examining those things from the past when we did feel left out, when we did feel brokenhearted. This is closing out those old cycles. I want to get a clarifier on what this means moving forward, because we're really picking up on this past energy here. I want to know what this means moving forward. Why is this benefiting us? Why is now the time that we are closing out these old cycles? Why now? Why now of all times? Ooh, 9 of Swords. Yeah, it's just taking up too much mental territory, physical, emotional territory in our lives. And the time has come to cut these cords, to remove this anxiety, this stress, this, especially those of you who've been having a lot of nightmares or just dreams that aren't great. This can really lend to, us playing these scenarios out in the dreamscape or, the astral realm. So we don't have to experience these things in real life, but it's never at all even fun to have these things happen when we're sleeping either, because sometimes we have a dream that's so realistic or so scary or so, I don't know, bad. Is that the right word? I don't know. Just not great, that it almost just affects our mood the rest of the day, or we just feel off because these dreams are really taking us for a ride. But this really is actually good news, those of you who've been having that go on, because you're playing these things out so you don't have to experience them in your waking hours. And then we have 3 of Cups. So yes, what I was kind of clarifying, like, what are we leading up to? Why now? Why is now the time to release this? Because there's so much more left and meant for us to experience and to connect with and to enjoy in this life. And it's not all going to be here on out rainbows, roses, and butterflies, because that's just not realistic. But really, many of us are leading up to some sort of celebration, some sort of goal, some sort of commitment, some sort of, I'm just hearing happiness, peace, and just contentment, looking around at your life and the people in it and just being like, cool, we got this. Like, this is going to be great. Again, everything has its challenges. Every goal has its challenges. Every relationship, everything in life has a challenge associated with it. But there are also the counterbalance of those challenges, the really good times where you could just take that sigh of relief. And I think for many of us, that is coming, where we are feeling a deeper connection to those in our lives. And as a result of some of this, some of you may be actually closing out relationships with people from your past, or even in your present right now. You're kind of going through these labor pains of releasing certain people, certain situations, locations, bad habits even. I mean, this doesn't just have to look like family members or friends. This could be us, going through those kind of labor pains of releasing bad habits or trying to do better for our ultimate happiness, health, peace, love, and inspiration in life. We just want to, it's like, I'm just hearing too, know better, and then we do better. Like, once we know better, we do better. All right, so let's get some oracle cards in the mix here to see anything else we need to know about these energies over the next 2 weeks and what's kind of been affecting those of us who've been feeling affected. Quit caffeine, the headaches are finally gone. That was one of the best decisions I ever made. Not to say I never have caffeine. I do once in a while, but it's just not something I consume at home on the daily, especially to get my day started. Nope. Not today, sis. Not tomorrow either, because it was not good for me. Not to say those of you that do and don't benefit from it, you probably do. I just did not. It wasn't a good look for me at all. And it actually made me feel even worse. Like, you come down off the caffeine and you're just like, ugh, sluggish. I need that like 3 o'clock pick me up coffee and nap or something. But yes, I love this. So this really feels connected to the reading that I did today when this card came out. And the reading will be up on my checks are running. So it is uploaded. They're just checking to make sure I didn't say the wrong thing. Yeah, anyway, this came out and it's a reading about your future self. So, or a message from your future self, not about your future self, but a message from your future self. And this is you standing out and shining regardless of what everyone else is doing. And it's not like you're hiding or ashamed of who you are and these changes you're making to become this more authentic version of yourself. Instead, you're proud of it. You're showing it off. You're right out in the open where everyone can see. It's not like you're bragging about it, but you're just not hiding it from people. You're just going to live your life, live your light, and just allow that light to shine. That's really what I see with that. And I feel like I'm talking fast. Am I talking fast? Oh, you just quit caffeine. Yeah, I read that. Oh, need a 3 o'clock pick me up tea as well. Yeah, and I had none of the buzz and all the crash. It had to go, right? Yeah, I can't sleep on caffeine, and if I do too much, I crash. Yeah, I like fast. Yes. Ooh, I'm loving this. Okay, so this is very interesting. We have mischief here, and we also have gifts, but this was the first one to come out. Yes, I do have extra energy. I think I got some from Wrigley when he got home from school today. He was Mr. Energizer Bunny. Oh my goodness. But these gifts, these are just like mundane little things that this bird went around and found. And so this is like just finding the gift in your everyday life, in your everyday surrounding, in the resources, people, situations, money, abundance that's already in your life, finding the gift in that, and maybe even repurposing certain things that, once sat on a shelf, or, stuff that you just, they kind of collected dust, or, it's there, but it kind of just blends into the background because it's always there. But you're seeing or finding new ways to utilize resources that are already in your life, or, really connect with people that are already in your life in new ways. Even, the mundane, just kind of dull areas of life. It's like you guys are bringing them back to life. And with the mischief card here, it's very interesting. This poor cat is just being terrorized by these birds. So it's almost like energetically, I'm really reading this more energetically. Now I have major chills on my crown. I felt them coming in, and then there they were. This to me feels like, energy vampires, or, entities, maybe even EMF frequencies, just things, maybe even sugar, things that we're eating, consuming, putting ourselves in the way of, that's not the best for us, and it's up to us. I'm really feeling us. We are the cat here. We need to remove ourselves from those situations, people, places, and things that just are not serving our highest good, or that we know are draining us. And it's very interesting because we were just talking about caffeine and cutting that out and everything, and then mischief. Maybe those of you that are cutting caffeine, you realized it was causing that mischief in your life, and you're like, no more. I'm not putting up with this anymore. I'm taking the lead. I'm taking control, and I'm going to let my light shine, and I'm going to do things my way. All right, I think I'm going to get one more. Because we kind of are talking about changes or just leveling up over these next 2 weeks or so, let's get one of these Change Me cards. Of course, we don't need to change ourselves to, be different or better in that regard, but we're changing the things about us that aren't even authentically us. That's how I'm looking at these Change Me cards. And we have one here that wants to come out to play. We have Worthy. I love this. And pairing it up with Anomaly. I think this is such an amazing combination here. I'm going to read the little prayer on it. It says, Worthy, I know my worth. So we've established that. And the little prayer here says, change me, divine beloved, into one who knows my own worth. Let me feel entitled to speak my truth with love. May I know that I deserve to be surrounded by those who value me. Yes, removing our energy from the people, places, and things that just aren't it for us anymore, or that are holding us back, or that are siphoning our energy or our life force in some way. We're just saying no to the things that bring us down. That's really the energy here. But it's up to us. We have to be the one to stand out, step out of the matrix, so to speak. It's like an anomaly or like a glitch in the matrix. We got to be the own glitch in our own life to make those changes. That's how I see that. That's amazing. All right. So I'm going to put these away. And we have another donation come in. One card read for Kirsten. We will get you on the list, my dear. Yeah, so we're going to start with Marlene today. So Marlene, go ahead and post your question, and we'll get right into that for you. I'm going to update my list here before we get into that, but I want to make sure I get Kirsten on my list. Kirsten, you're going to be up right after Marlene, even though we have a couple other people on the list because they are not here. I'm time stamping it for them. So yay, skip to the front of the line. All right, let me go back and find my list. Here it is. Okay, so we're starting with Marlene today. And then Kirsten. One card. Okay. And then Cheyenne, one card, and Vicky as well, timestamp. Okay. Now that I've got my throat chakra back, last time I took a drink of water, I swallowed it wrong, and then I was coughing, and I could barely talk, and I looked like an idiot. But here we go again. Let's try this again. It's like I breathed it in because I was so excited to start talking again, and it just didn't go down the right pipe. It did that time, though. Yay. Okay. So I've been procrastinating lately in regards to work. Not sure if it's self-sabotage. What do my guides have to say? Ooh, I'm in a very similar energy right now. So let's just see what comes out, though, for you specifically. Tuning into Marlene's energy. She's been procrastinating lately in regards to work. She's not sure if it's self-sabotage. What do my guides have to say? I'm really picking up this time of rest energetically. It doesn't have to be like you're physically resting, but it's like almost like mentally and just like your energy is wanting a rest. Wow, this is amazing. Yeah, you are establishing a more balanced beginning. Even if right now you feel like, oh, I'm procrastinating, I'm lazy, I'm, whatever we tell ourselves. Sometimes we need these little resets. Even if it doesn't feel great in the moment, like, man, I have so much work to do. Why can't I just do it? Sometimes it's because there is a disconnect. Not with the work itself, but just the reasons behind why we're working so hard, or just not feeling the passion or even the energetic exchange. Like if you're not being paid, if like even on a subconscious level, you feel you're not being paid what you're worth, or the money's just not coming as quickly as it maybe once did, or you're still waiting for it to start coming up. Yeah, my mind is definitely resting, not much going on. That's okay though, because you are strengthening your connection to your higher self. And also this is a time where you can strengthen connections to the other people in your life as well. And some seasons of life just aren't all about work. And this season may last 2 weeks. It may last 2 months. We don't know, but let's tune in specifically for Marlene. It's like you're filling your cup and enjoying yourself and your life with those you love. Even if you haven't quite been in that energy yet, I feel that's what you're kind of shifting into to start this new way of operating, where you're having a better balance with work, life, and play, so to speak. Yeah, but let's get some additional guidance from Marlene. Is this a form of self-sabotage? I'm really not reading it that way at all. I'm just reading this as it's just time for a bit of a break, mental, physical, possibly a break from just the grind, the hubbub, the go, 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 the busy, busy, busy. And it's very interesting. We have a bee here who's also very, very busy. But this is the Eight of Pentacles, which is someone who is really honing their craft, honing their skills. So this is letting me know that your work ethic and your work ethic is going to increase again, and your procrastination is going to kind of fade away or dwindle a little bit, so that you can now roll those sleeves up and really focus and get back to work. And you will feel this joy. It's like I just heard "Whistle While You Work" from I think it was from Snow White, right? Whistle while you work. So you're going to find this joy, this reignited spark. And I'm really hearing within the next 2 to 3 weeks, you're going to hit your stride again, and you're going to really be honing your skills, putting in the time and effort, especially if there's some sort of communication or maybe even email, texts, people you need to get back to. And you're just like, my inbox is overloaded, or It's almost like just this overwhelm of something sometimes can really trigger that procrastination. But you're going to find the time and effort here in the next few weeks to really get back on track. Let's just see if there's any wisdom or guidance. Yeah, I don't really see this as a self-sabotage. This to me feels more just wanting to connect with those you love. And, there's only so many hours in a day, and we can't always be on 100% of those hours. So this is all about you really discovering what is your priority. And it may shift from moment to moment, from day to day, week to week, month to month. Yeah, I've been focusing on the girls, especially because they just started school. See, you have a very valid excuse right there. But let's just see for Marlene, what's coming up with this release of procrastination and just getting back to work. I really do see this as like guaranteed. Like this isn't even a 10% chance or 40% chance. Like this is guaranteed. Your focus is shifting slightly because with the kids back at school, they're learning and studying and having fun and being taken care of for those hours, and then you can really detach that mom hat for just a moment and really focus on what you're doing. So let's just see any words of advice or wisdom Spirit has to get you back on track, or just over these next few weeks. Okay, I guess both of those there's 3 of them. They're telling me to only read this lesson, but we'll read these cards. Transform worrisome thoughts and remain centered. So any thoughts you have about falling behind, or, oh no, what if someone's mad at me because I didn't respond in a likely or a timely manner? To me, this feels like you're going to be able to transform those thoughts, and before you know it, you're on top of everything again. And then remain centered kind of goes without saying, but again, it's easier said than done to remain centered, remain balanced, and that's kind of what we were talking about. But then we have the act rather than wait card, and he is taking a leap of faith. This is very Fool energy. So it's almost like you have to trick yourself into going back to work by just jumping in and getting back to work. And I know it's, again, easier said than done, or it just seems oversimplified that, well, to beat procrastination, I just work. I just do the thing I'm procrastinating. That's weird. But yeah, I'm going to read the little lesson on the back because sometimes there's some great insight there. Think about something that you've been waiting for, or procrastinating in this case. Are you waiting for someone to come into your life, for the perfect job or salary, for all your prayers to be answered without having to do anything to help them along? What does waiting do to your stress level? Your goal to recognize that waiting, rather than taking action, is stressful and unproductive. So you just kind of waiting to jump back in. I know what you've already experienced, I think, was very valid because you were doing something with that time. And even if you did feel a little guilt here or there, or a kind of worry or a stress, like, oh, I got to get back to work, I got to do these things, I feel unmotivated, you're back in it. You're jumping back in it. I just see this as a confirmation, what we already talked about with this getting back to work. You're going to just start doing it, and it'll just come naturally to you again, and you're just going to be, there we go, we're back on the road. Here we go, wheel energy. I just saw the Chariot as well, so big success in the direction you're going, which is amazing. Yeah, I want to do my best in every aspect of life, but sometimes, or something always has to give a little. That's absolutely true. We can't be at peak performance in every area of life. It's absolutely, it can't happen. It's impossible. We could be at peak precision and performance in one area of life, maybe 2 tops, but 3, 4, 5, 10, no. Nobody is that amazing that I know of, unless they're not incarnated and have like unlimited time on their hands or something. But I don't know many people that can do that. They're either really good at what they do and they have like really poor connections with people they love, or they're good at what they do, they have great connections, but like their self-care is kind of unbalanced, or whatever. Most likely, do you see me with a YouTube channel? Most likely not, though. Let's just get a quick card on that. Oh, my nose itches. Ooh, when my nose itches, that to me feels like very lucky energy. Oh, for work, a YouTube channel for work. Well, that's the thing. If that's something that you want to do, just do it. That's what Spirit's really saying. It's just, if you're presented with an opportunity or an idea and it feels good, do it. Even if, you do it for a while and you're like, yeah, maybe this isn't for me. At least you tried it. At least you kind of took that leap of faith like we had on those little lesson cards over there. Let's grab a card real quick. Just, does Spirit see Marlene having a YouTube channel for work? Okay, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So it absolutely is up to you, but you would do really well. It may not start all at once and, instant success or anything, but I think this is something that could go beyond just, your own area. Because if I'm not mistaken, Marlene, are you in real estate or something like that? Yeah, you would have some really great insight or advice or wisdom around what you're doing to help other people. So I would say it would be, at the very least, you would have this passion for it, and it would definitely be worth your time. The energy exchange would be there with some monetary. So I would say take that leap of faith if it feels good to you. And I'm hearing before the end of Virgo season would be a great time, even if it is Mercury retrograde and you're kind of putting things together and not launching it quite yet. It's a great time to be working on this or toward this goal if that's something you want to do. If there's something more you're wanting to do later on, yeah, make a plan and start taking action towards it. Yeah, I'd say do it. All right. I hope that resonated for you. Thanks again so much for your lovely donation, Marlene. Best of luck to you feeling like you're being productive again. And with the YouTube channel, if you start it, you'll have to let us know. We will always shout you out over here. Okay, so Kirsten, we have a 1-card read for you, my dear. Go ahead and post your question. We'll get right down to it. And then after Kirsten, that's the last, I think. Nope, we have one from AJ. We've got a donation from AJ. So after Kirsten, we got AJ on deck. And then the other 2 people that are on this list are actually for me to timestamp. So if you are waiting in line, thinking about donating, wanting a question, feel free to do so because it won't take too long because we are just cooking right on through. And the last 2 people are holdovers. So I'm going to timestamp those. So let me put AJ on the list. There we have it. Enter. Okay. Hello, Mystic 33. 33. All right. All right. I feel called to use this deck. So we're going for it. For Kirsten, 1-card read, but of course I can never stay to 1 card. So basically these are just slightly shorter readings than the full reading. So let's see. By half usually. So let's see what's going on for Kirsten. Will her husband and her reconcile this weekend, Spirit? Please let us know what's going on there. Ooh, we have the 7 of Cups or 7 of Vessels. This means there's multiple timelines, multiple decisions you could make, and you're not going to make the wrong choice. No matter what you choose to do, there are lessons, there are learning, there is growth, there is forward momentum. Whatever you choose to do, follow your heart. If your heart is in this, follow your heart back. If it's not in it, then follow it away. That's basically the lowdown with this. But at the core of the 7 of Cups, I always say it is such a card of hope and inspiration for a brighter future. So coming in with fresh energy, if you see he has made a lot of changes and shifts in his life and you feel he is worthy of your amazing energy, then I would say follow your heart. But let's get a clarifier on the most likely outcome, please, Spirit. Oh, he comes back from Pakistan on Friday. So will Kirsten and her husband reconcile this weekend, please, Spirit? And we have here the Defender, which I want to say this is the Emperor. Again, brand new deck, so I'm going to look up the names of these suits and whatever. Oh, it's, let's see. It is the Emperor. Yeah, because it comes after the Nurturer, which is the Empress. Wow. So this is the Emperor energy. This is father energy. This is husband energy. I would say, though, in addition to that energy, it is still can have a tendency to be controlling or the one calling the shots, almost like you would bend your will to please him or meet his needs rather than the other way around. So I want to get one more clarifier on that. Most likely outcome, this is husband energy. So most likely outcome would be yes, if that's what you want to do. But I still feel this kind of underlying sense of control that he might exude over you, or I don't know, the word manipulate doesn't seem the right word, but it's almost like he's coercing you into just seeing things his way, or, oh, things are fine, let's just pick up where we left off. And that there's this need for healing between the two of you before you just call everything good, if that makes sense. But let's just see Spirit's advice for this connection. No matter what you decide to do, Kirsten, let's see Spirit's advice. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Yeah, so we've got 5 of Cups or 5 of Vessels. So this is about crying over spilled milk. Certain people, maybe both of you, just needing to look at where you've been, where you are, where you're currently at, where you want to go, and seeing if that actually aligns with a connection in the future. More often than not, though, this is a card where someone's just can't let go of the past, or in this case, maybe someone's unwilling to look at the past. And I'm really seeing this as his energy. He doesn't want to look at the past. He just wants to move forward. But there does need to be an examination of the past in this case. We come to that 2 of Cups, or the 2 eggs here, which is about that deep soul connection that you want to have with a partner. And there needs to be that examination of all the broken and trauma and just things you've been through in the past, the regrets, the resentments, the manipulations that, both of you have done or been through with each other. And there does need to be a big talk, and, help if that's possible. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. We need counseling, as you say, a need for counseling, or even a third party to basically let both of you know, hey, neither of you are 100% right. But let's talk to each other. Let's talk it out. Let's talk it through and help everyone come to the same, I guess, understanding. It doesn't mean you have to agree, but you understand where the other one is coming from. We are planning to have a big talk when he comes back. Yeah, and I think that at the very minimum, that's what needs to happen. But basically, this reading is saying you're in control here. If you would like to get back together, you have that option. If you would like to, cut these cords, release this, and move on, you also have that ability to do that as well. And if you want to try to work on things while kind of remaining neutral or kind of not quite involved while working on things, you also have that ability. I do want to get just one word of advice. I'm going to close out. Here is, okay, we have take steps to get healthy. And I'm not just seeing this as physically healthy. I'm seeing this as like, as far as the health of the relationship goes. So let's put it in that context when we read the back here. Think about one aspect of your health, which is this relationship, that you've been neglecting or avoiding. And ask yourself why you've been doing so. Perhaps your diet needs to change, or you need to exercise more. Or, diet meaning what you consume in the relationship, and exercise more means, connecting more, right? So yeah, your goal by the end of the day, or, the next day, whenever you meet with him this weekend, commit to that new step, or identify why you're choosing to sabotage your healing. And this doesn't just go for you, Kirsten. This is his energy as well. Yes. So there you have it. Take steps to get healthy. If this relationship at the core of it is an unhealthy one, I would say that's saying take steps away from it. But you are ultimately the one in the driver's seat, because you do have free will. And that 7 of Cups is the ultimate free will card. You got it in this reading that you are the one in charge of what your future looks like. Yeah, but both have toxic behaviors and traits. And really, as humans, we all do. We all do. No one is perfect. No one is completely self-actualized. And usually those types of self-actualized people, they don't even have close connections, because they're living like in a monastery somewhere, and they're not in the quote-unquote real world as far as like what most people experience with these connections and relationships. And that is a big part of why most of us incarnate, is to work out these nuances in our connections and relationships. And so, this is just yet another lesson. Is it going to be yet another lesson in the future, or a blessing in the future? That remains to be seen. But whatever decision you make, you're making the right choice for you in this moment and for your soul's growth. So if you decide to go back and then things don't work out, don't beat yourself up that, why did I go back? Or, if you decide to walk away and then you maybe later have regrets, don't feel that regret, because you always make the right choice in the moment you're in. So whatever your heart is calling you to do, please follow your heart. That's what Spirit wants you to do. I recently lost all my friends. Maybe I'm becoming a monk. Aw. Well, sometimes we gotta lose certain things before we can find certain other things or people or situations. So don't beat yourself up too much about all of that. Yeah. Follow your heart, Kirsten. You got this, girl. Big hugs to you. I'm wishing you the best no matter what you decide to do. But you'll know. energetically speaking, you'll feel if he's trying to pull your leg or manipulate you or pull one over on you, or if he's genuine and actually does want to face the truth of the past and work through it. Just what I'm feeling energetically, he's going to be very resistant to, maybe he'll examine the past of what you've done, what you've said, how you've done wrong, but he doesn't ever want to examine how he messed up. So I guess that remains to be seen if he takes that same path this time or if he changes his ways. Thank you. Yep, he does that. Big hugs to you, and you are so welcome. Thanks again for your donation. And we got Pika Lee, and I just read the first sentence, and I'm like, yay! Cool, awesome. I can't wait to get into that for you. But up next, we've got my friend AJ. Amazing AJ. Okay. AJ, go ahead and post your question. Your readings are on point tonight. Thank you so much. Oh, Mystic 33 is AJ. Amazing. Okay, I had no idea. Awesome, AJ. So let me get into your question. I'm going to copy my list. I got to add Pika Lee right quick. Pika Lee in the house. I always say that, don't I? Pika Lee is in the house. I don't know. Your name is just fun and just energetic. So I always want to say Pika Lee is in the house. Okay, can I have an energy read between me and my crush? Yep, I changed my name. Okay, I'm excited for this. And I actually want to go with this fun, flirty, love and relationship affirmators deck. This is always fun. Good key advice for relationships. But energetically speaking, I want to get a card for each of you just to see energetically where you're at and what you're bringing to this connection currently. Forgive the light on my face. All right, so let's pull a card. We're connecting to AJ and his crush's energy. What is the energy between the two of them? The first card we pull, please, Spirit, give me a card representing AJ's energy and a card representing AJ's crush's energy currently. Okay. So AJ's energy is the Hierophant, just wanting to take things in a traditional route with this connection, with this crush, which is amazing. Yeah, I do have room for another reading. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, so this is you wanting to experience things. I mean, in a traditional way, I guess this would be a strong relationship that would end in marriage, possibly children. If that's not what you want, you don't have to claim that. But traditionally speaking, the Hierophant is someone who does something a traditional way. So having a crush would then lead to going steady, would then lead. Do people even say that anymore? I don't even think they said it in my day, back in the early 2000s, late 90s. But yeah, so we have, you know, getting together or calling each other boyfriend, girlfriend, or, you know, whatever. And then moving on to marriage or, you know, moving in together, you know, steps, progressions toward all of that. So that's the energy you're bringing, is you want to, you know, have a traditional approach, have that romance, have that deep connection, and then move up the ranks of not just crush, but let's be together. Let's get engaged. Let's get married. You know, maybe not all tomorrow or anything, but like that's kind of where your head's at with this connection, which is beautiful. So whatever feels traditional to you, that's what I want you to claim for this. It doesn't, if you don't ever want to get married, you don't have to claim that for this. This is traditional as per your energy, AJ. So you're AJ in this. You're showing up as your authentic self, which I think is beautiful. Then for your crush, we have the energy of the Knight of Wands, which I love this. So I don't know if the crush was the one to kind of be fun and flirty to you first, or if this person's kind of the one leading the charge with this connection, or has yet maybe to do so. But this person is moving in your direction. This person is bringing passion, motivation, excitement, lust, maybe even just this sense of flirtiness and crushiness. Is that a word? No. Just this, you know, that feeling or that energy of having a crush is some of the most intoxicating energy on the planet. If you could bottle that up when you're having a bad day and just utilize it whenever you needed, like, how cool would that be? It's not the reality, but like, and those of you who are like, oh, I wish my love life was good, think back to when you had these crushes and, you know, just these butterflies and just this heightened sense of your own personal space and this person's energy next to you. And it's very, very intoxicating kind of energy. Now, we've established the energies of each of you. Now let's see the energy between you. Between AJ and his crush. Please give us the energy between them currently. It's too many. They tell me to keep going. And it's right here. What do we have? We have the moon. So yeah, this really is you leaning on your intuition. What do you feel this person feels toward you? But also the moon is a very nurturing, very touchy-feely, very lovey-dovey kind of energy as well. Very motherly, very nurturing. But also the moon kind of has its, I guess, dark side or illusion where maybe they're playing cards close to the chest, or you don't quite know how this person feels about you yet. But if you are the one to come forward and say, hey, I like you, you will find that this person is returning the favor. Let's just see, or returning the energy, so to speak. Let's just see. The moon is the energy between them. Can we also get another clarifier to really enhance this energy? What's going on between AJ and his crush? And the devil. Okay, this makes so much sense because I was kind of leaning towards some of those illusory kind of, is it just in my head this person likes me? Yeah, so you are good friends and I can tell a little something is there. Absolutely, I can tell a little something is there as well. But you may be, AJ, up in your head like, well, what if I say, hey, I like you, and this person's like, oh, no thanks, and then we're not even friends anymore. Like, that might be one of your deepest, biggest fears. And I can totally see that with this combination with the moon. Like, it might go through your head multiple times a day. Like, I don't know what to do, what to say besides or beyond what I've already done, because what if this person doesn't reciprocate and then I mess everything up? And oh my goodness, what a difficult place to be in mentally thinking about this. So this is definitely the energy, and maybe even with the friend that's the crush, is feeling this same energy toward you. Like, I like AJ, but how do I don't want to ruin things. I don't want to mess things up. So let's just see the most likely outcome of if one of you commits or confesses that, hey, I'd like this to be something more. I try to keep it cordial. Yeah. Let's just see if AJ or his crush comes forward to reveal these feelings. What is the most likely outcome? We have the Two of Wands. So this is about making plans. So I don't know if you have planned to spill the beans and be like, hey, I like you. Or, ask this person out on a date. Or if they've been kind of thinking in their mind, like, hey, I should ask AJ out on a date. One or both of you have been planning to make a move of some sort to let the other know, hey, I like you more than what we've just established here as friends and kind of a flirty connection. Because I'm feeling all sorts of flirty connection with this person. And it feels really good. But this person's definitely more into you than you're thinking at this point. So, yes. Let's just see most likely outcome pairing up with this Two of Wands for this crush and AJ. I love this. Okay, so yeah, the most likely scenario is this crush, at least at this moment in time, is definitely reciprocating the same feelings that you have for this person. And the Ten of Cups is an emotionally connected, emotionally fulfilling card. This is also a family card, having children, having, the dreams, whatever, again, the traditional form of AJ feels and would love to have in life, whatever that looks like. If that's plant babies, fur babies, no babies, whatever you want, because this is your Ten of Cups, not just an random average Ten of Cups. This is AJ's Ten of Cups. That is the, most likely potential outcome. But one or the other of you is going to have to make a move in some way or capacity, even if it's just, hey, we should hang out just the two of us, or hey, let's go on a date, or I love your smile, just paying compliments and just reading the room. Basically, you pay this person a compliment and just see how they react. If they kind of seem nervous, like in a kind of I don't know, which I don't feel at all. I don't feel at all. But if this person's like, stop it, or oh, you're so sweet, like, they're totally involved. They're totally in it to win it. Like, this is the energy they're coming toward you with. So, like, yeah, let's just say things have major potential to be really good. But of course, with the moon and devil here, one or the other of you can self-sabotage by thinking, oh, they're not into me, I'm not good enough, all the things we've ever told ourselves when we have a crush on someone or we know someone has a crush on us. So I would say my best advice would be to stay out of, that self-sabotage of, oh, I'm not good enough, or what if, no. Just follow your heart, follow your intuition, because the height of the moon card is following intuition. and knowing what's meant for you, nothing could take away. So no matter what, just going forward with your heart is going to be your best bet. Let's get a word of advice. Word of advice for AJ in this connection with his crush. Please, Spirit. Okay, we have choose to heal. So there might even be some connection. Specifically, I'm really reading this as your crush has had some pretty, I just heard narrow escapes with certain like people from their past that they were romantically linked to. So there might have been a really toxic relationship that this person was in before, and they're maybe even up in their head like, oh, I just don't ever want that to happen again. So like, I'm going to play it smart with love from now on. Or just maybe they haven't had great luck in love, something like this, that there's almost this hindering. And I'm because you guys are mirrors of each other, there might be a lot of that going on in your past where you're like, oh, I hope I never have a toxic whatever, or I never had good luck with love before, so like, why is this time going to be any different? It's just staying out of our head in those loops. Hello, Peggy. Welcome, my dear. Good to see you. But choose to heal. I'm going to read the little lesson on the back because it's beautiful always. This is a day to reflect on troubling emotions and transform them in a positive way. Identify one resolved area of anger or hurt and ask yourself why you're still not at peace. Focus on how much power you lose to negative feelings. Your goal, to realize you choose to stay angry when you can choose to heal, which is kind of a hard pill to swallow, but I think many of us know that at times, but we just want to be set in our ways. So I would say maybe there is some stuff from this person's past and maybe your past that you both might choose to heal kind of on your own before really deciding to come together. But whatever you choose to do, AJ, follow your heart, because this has a potential to be something really beautiful. Just any other wisdom or advice from Spirit, please, on this connection between AJ and his crush. We have the Hangman here. So this is about being unsure, knowing when to make the move, what to say, when to say it, what not to say, all the things. So the other kind of silver lining of this card, though, would be just to see this connection in a different light, or maybe even allow yourself to think that this person might see you as more than a friend and not just like friend zone kind of material, and vice versa, for this person to think you the same way, right? So yeah, see things from a new perspective. And it's very funny because they're showing me like Beauty and the Beast, and they're singing that song. There's something there that wasn't there before. So even if in the past of this connection you didn't have that crush, that deeper feeling for this person, but now you do, it's like you're just bringing to life with each other like these greater, deeper loves and truths within each other and for each other. The more you hang out. So I would say literally hang out, hanged man. Spend more time one-on-one together if you can at all make that happen. Make that happen. Even if you're not officially calling it a date or anything, I think the best thing for you to do would be to get to know this person as best as you can, to spend as much time with them as you can, and you'll both really start to feel each other and know when the time would be right to kind of confess some feelings. If it's you confessing or this person confessing, it'll happen. If it's meant to be, it will happen. But that outcome was that 10 of Cups. I mean, I just don't see anything but a deep connection. Even if, you guys don't go beyond friends, you will still always be really good friends. Like, that's the vibe I get here. So you're not missing anything by either you or this person coming forward and saying, hey, I like you. You're not going to lose the friendship if one doesn't reciprocate. But again, I don't see that there's no reciprocation, because you both have this vibe where you're leaning into this connection. So yay, AJ, you are so welcome. I'm excited for you. Now I have chills. So literally ask your guides, angels, higher self for any wisdom, guidance, or advice surrounding this connection. To just know what the best move is to make and when to make it. Because that's always half the battle, is just knowing what a person will, or we never know how they're going to react. That's kind of the danger of it, is like, what if they don't react well? I think you can breathe a sigh of relief here with the energy that we've gathered here, that you're going to be okay. Thanks again for your donation. I hope that helped guide you, at least know that there's more than just what you think is going on your end. There's something going on that end coming toward you as well. And I'm noticing, you notice how bright orange that light is? We do have some forest fires. It's very bright orange. You can see orange instead of like bright white light. Yeah, we've got some forest fires. Nothing too crazy. Nothing in this immediate area, but because I am in a valley, stuff will blow over from Canada, Washington, Idaho, and just kind of get socked in the valley here, which we haven't had a lot of that yet. And it's still, I guess, kind of relatively early in the season. So maybe, but yeah, I'm hoping we're good on the fire front. But yeah, that was AJ's reading. So up next, we got Kirsten once again. Oh no, sorry, Pika Lee and then Kirsten. I gotta check myself. Okay, Pika Lee, and she has posted her question in the thingy over here. Yes. I'm glad it's safe here. I mean, we've had past fire seasons that were just absolutely notorious. And I've lived in Montana like 90+% of my life. So like it's been a lot. And I've lived in either Washington, Montana, or Idaho 100% of my life where it's wildfires for days. Oh, a ton of rain this summer. It's been so good to have it. Yeah, we had a nice little stint of rain and cooler weather this last weekend when I went to visit my mom. It was amazing, but my tires on my car weren't the best. So I was hydroplaning a little bit on the rain. It was raining so much, my highest speed of wipers couldn't keep up with it. And I'm like, I might have to pull over here, guys. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, it's been brutal. Like, all these, like, is it Lake Mead, I think, that's like drying up like by the day, and just everything's becoming drier and hotter and crazy. I don't know what's going on. All right, so Pika Lee, we have your question, which I'm gonna hop over to my email because it cuts off on the little PayPal notification. Take a drink of my water. Hopefully it goes down the right pipe this time and I don't make a fool of myself again. Should have seen me at the top of this whole live stream. I was like, I can't talk. It went down the wrong pipe, and then I kept coughing and couldn't find another card deck that I left downstairs. And I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Okay, Pika Lee. Oh my God, I think I met the love of my life. Let's call him Sag. Any insight to where this might go? His intentions, past life? I'm just in bewilderment. This feels so good, but I'm staying cautious too. Also, my dating app is going crazy, and Leo has contacted me out of the blue again. It's raining men over here. Oh my God. I love this. I cannot wait to get into this. I'm already excited. And this, I think, I got chills. Yes, big confirmation. Okay, so I think last live stream, maybe it was the live stream before, but I'm pretty sure it was the last live stream, Pika Lee. During your question, I got this overwhelming rush of excitement. I think this is what that was. I think this is what that was. I think it, and I got the chills about it, and I think that that's big confirmation. So, yes, Queen, let's get into this. Sag energy. And I'm going to reread your question because it's so good. It's better than I can butcher. So, let's call this guy Sag. So we're tuning into Pika Lee's energy with this Sag. Any insight to where this might go? His intentions, past life, anything that we need to know, please, Spirit, for Pika Lee about Sag. Intentions, past life, where's this going? Okay, I'm gonna get one more for clarifying, but I'm not reading this as bad. Wow. Okay. Yes. Okay. So we got 5 of Cups here. To me, this is feeling overwhelmed. Not in a bad way, though. This is feeling overwhelmed, like out of the blue, out of nowhere. I'm just overwhelmed with this connection that just came out of the blue. Like, that's what it feels like. And then the Page of Cups here. I mean, can we not deny how amazing this card is to get with what you're asking? Because this is an opportunity for a new start to love, and exciting and out of the blue energy. This is exciting. This is just by surprise and out of nowhere. Yes. And that's literally what you said earlier. I love it. This is like, you're overwhelmed in such a good way. Like, that is the vibe I'm getting. And the beaver is someone who is notorious about working long hours and making things meticulously just right, just so. And I really do read that as your energy. You've been very busy lately, and almost just kind of like, I don't even know what my love life is, but like, I'm working, I'm busy, I'm doing what I do, and then out of nowhere, boom, comes this big surprise of love. Like, that is just, I love it. This man is so open with his feelings. I'm just like, wow. And that is exactly a Page of Cups vibe. And I don't know, is he younger than you? He doesn't have to be for this to resonate, but I'm getting if he's not younger than you, he just feels or even looks very youthful for his age. Not to say he's old, because I know you guys are like at least 10 years younger than me, but like, like he might have even thought he was younger than he is, because he just gives off this very, and not in an immature way. I don't mean it this way, but like he's just very youthful and energetic about just showing up, like just showing up. That's what I hear. He's going to be someone who shows up, which you have been waiting for. He's older, but he is so energetic. Yes, I was getting the vibe he was older. I'm like, I don't know why I'm wanting to. I mean, because pages tend to be younger energy, but it's just he brings this youthful vibe to who he is, and he will age very gracefully when that's the case. So let's just see his intentions for Pika Lee and a connection between the two of them. What's going on here? We need the tea. Stop. Ace of Cups, hello, he's interested. If you didn't know now, or if you didn't know then, you know now. See, I'm getting excited. I'm going over my words. Cup runneth over. Yes, deep emotional connection. This is a soulmate card, soulmate energy, major chills, major chills. Spirit is doing their little hallelujah dance up wherever they are right now, because this is that king energy that we kept picking up. This is undeniable, that king energy we kept picking up. And yes, he's a Sagittarius, but it's funny, we got Leo energy, but also fire energy on the board. So we've got a lot of water here and a lot of fire here. So you might find that the Saggy that we're talking about also has a good mix of water in his chart, or maybe his fire houses are actually taking place of his water houses. Like a Libra ascendant would have their air where their fire is, if that makes sense. Yeah, so it's like the trine of fire would be water, or vice versa. I don't know. Something about his chart is very balanced, though. I'm loving this. I'm really loving this. Yay! But his intentions are, he would like a commitment, and he wants to give his heart, like literally. There's a human heart there. But what I see with this is more, this is healing, a very healing, very eighth house looking strength card. So he might have been through a lot in love to find this connection, this current reality for himself. Like he might have even said, even semi recently, I'm swearing off women. I'm done with love for a while. Like, I don't know. Maybe there's just no one out there for me. And then boom, there you are. Like that is what's going on. If you like it, put a ring on it. It's running through my head. Yes. That's beautiful. And I know it's probably like so early in this, but you may have already gone there in your head. Like maybe this is the one. Like that's how quickly this just bombarded your life. Like in such a good way though. That's so him. He's been very loving and so expressive. Yes. He would be that guy that like hires a bunch of people or gets together like a flash mob to propose to you. Like that's the energy he's bringing to the table right now. Of course, if that would embarrass you, he would know that and have the wherewithal not to do that. But like he wants the world to know. When you guys, if I might even just say when you make this official, he's gonna want to shout from the rooftop. So like. He's going to be wanting to parade you around and put you on that pedestal like we had talked about, but like not in a creepy, like obsessive way. Like, no. This is very fun, flirty, very vivacious, very balanced kind of way he's doing this. I could see that, LOL. He was like, I found my girl. He thought he wouldn't find anyone that's his match. I love this. I have felt this energy in your like future for so long that like I'm not feeling it in your future. I mean, yes, I'm still feeling it in your future, but like I'm also now feeling it in your present. And that, girl, I have been on this journey with you, like kind of in the grandstands, like waiting for something really good to happen for you. And I cannot tell you how excited I am. This is amazing. Definitely a passionate, powerful energy. And I have just had chills this whole time. Just radiate, radiate, radiate. So spirit is definitely with you in this connection. And then there's that Queen of Cups. So you may feel some type of way when he's around us, like energetically you might get chills when he says something, or when you saw him, you just knew there was something about him. Energetically speaking, there is even a past life connection. I'm already picking that up. I think we've established that this person you would have this past life connection with, and I really do feel it is Syrian energy. And we got all the water, we've got the whales, which come from Sirius. So there might have been like prominent past lives on Sirius, but also Lemuria. Major chills now coming in, like ding, 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 Lemuria. and Lemurian quartz. And I think I told you last time something about mountains, and then it confirmed it for us. And then something about oh, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, just like to hold and work with your Lemurian quartz. I don't know if you actually had, but just you thinking, oh, I should work with my Lemurian quartz activated something within you to trigger this meeting, because the time was right. Even if you didn't work with your Lemurian quartz, just you thinking about it like somehow triggered. You did, and he's in the mountains right now. Okay, I can't right now. This is amazing. This is so exciting. But yeah, I do see you guys being able to connect in the mountains or go on some sort of trip in the future, or maybe you're hiking around, or you're spending some time outdoors. There's this I know probably where you're at in Texas might be a little hot right now, but it's hopefully it's cooling down where you're going to be, where you can be outdoors more. Yeah. Wow. And then King of Pentacles. So there's that king energy, king and queen. Yes. And this is very earthy energy. Even if he doesn't have a lot of earth in his chart, he grounds that beautiful passion and fire and the watery elements as well. He grounds it, and it's like he may even bring a lot of gifts. He may bring flowers. Like that's the vibe I'm getting. He wants to have a physical representation of his love for you, whether that is building you a home someday, or a ring, putting a ring on it, like Peggy said earlier, or just giving you little tokens of his love to show that he cares, out of nowhere, or even on like special birthdays and anniversaries and that kind of thing. Like that's the vibe I'm getting with him, is he's just there, like to he's just there to shower and praise and love. And of course, all relationships have their bad side and dirty side, and we all go through things. I'm not saying this is a perfect relationship, but perfect for you. Like that's how I'm seeing this, is his energy, your energy is so perfectly suited to go through life in like these ways where you challenge each other without breaking each other, if that makes sense, where you challenge each other and just help each other level up and be better versions of yourselves, if that makes sense. Let's see. Your fangirl shrieking. I love it. Let's just get a word of advice or wisdom with this connection for Pika Lee. Anything else she needs to know about this connection? We have noticed subtle changes, and like I was saying, you just feel chills, or there's something more at play than just a physical connection when he's around. There's an emotional, spiritual, mental connection that cannot be denied. But we have here, color is power. Select a color you don't normally wear and introduce that into your wardrobe. This changes the energy in your field, including your sense of self. Your goal, to discover how subtle changes can increase or decrease your comfort level. And you might even notice certain colors he wears that kind of like surprise you, like, wow, I would never expect him to wear that, but like he's wearing, it might even be funky patterns or something. Might be like tie-dye. I'm seeing like Hawaiian shirts or something. Or maybe even that's his socks, like he wears funny socks or something. I don't know. I have such chills. I love it. He's just fun. He's just major surprise. He's like one surprise after another. And after a while, you're like, well, should this really surprise me? But yeah, it still does. In such the best way, though. Like, I'm so happy for you. I just want to keep this reading going because it's like, yay! I'm fangirling for you. This is, again, really hit it out of the park as far as just, almost instant connection that was just so instant. It almost was overwhelming. Like, is this too good to be true? Like, is this even real? Like, what's happening right now? It's funny, AJ, I pulled out these relationship cards and then I never used them for you. So I kind of still feel, AJ, if you're here, I kind of want to pull one for you. Let me know if you're still here, AJ. I just saw those. I was like, wait, what? I didn't even pull one of those cards. But we'll pull one for you too, Pika Lee. And Kirsten, if she's still wanting to do the stuff with the husband, her next reading. Seriously? All right, let's get one of these cards for Pika Lee. And Kirsten's still here as well. Okay. Pika Lee, this connection with her person now and in the future, this Sagittarius. What does she need to know? Any words of advice or wisdom? We have thoughtfulness, and like this is totally his energy, very thoughtful. And your energy as well. I mean, you're also very thoughtful. You're usually the one who's the thoughtful one, and then the others are just doing whatever they do. But it's like a nice balance because you're both thoughtful and it's going to feel amazing. So we have thoughtfulness. It's time to put your money where your mouth is and have fun showing your love. Think of all the little things you can do to show a person you love them. Then stop thinking of those things and actually do them. Is it time to hide a note in someone's pocket, make them a snack, order them a book? Anything thoughtful can be an act of love. Even taking the trash out to the dumpster, unless you're dating the trash. In which case, don't take it to the dumpster. Take it somewhere fancy. Wow, who would have thought that being so full of thoughts could be considered thoughtful? These are always so cute. Wow, that resonates so much. Yes, and I was really picking up that thoughtful energy with that King of Pentacles for him. He's just giving you little gifts just for no reason and just being very thoughtful. That was the word that, I probably should have just said. He's very thoughtful. All right, AJ, I don't know if AJ's still here, but let's get a card for Kirsten and her husband. Any words of advice before we get into her other question? But speaking of, Kirsten, go ahead and post your next question. But this is kind of regarding the last reading you just got. We have warmth. I focus on warmth and I let it guide all my interactions. No matter how others behave, key words here, no matter how others behave, I choose to respond warmly. With warmth, I can melt any icy exterior. I can soften any hard feelings. I can microwave any pizza. Today, I adopt the saying, kill them with kindness, and turn myself into warm and loving serial killer. Not literally, but and of course, if this person doesn't deserve your loving thoughtfulness and warmth, there's that word thoughtful again for you. It's like you show up as the person you are anyway, and don't allow him to make you someone you're not. But I think you showing up in a more warm energy is going to open him up a little as well. Okay. And AJ, if you're here, I will pull you a relationship card as well, because we didn't do it for your reading, and that's why I pulled him out. He may have left, though, so we'll see. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what to do for a job right now. I think I fell for a job scam. Oh, no. So now I'm looking for something else to make money. I was thinking of tarot readings, but was wondering what the cards have to say. Okay, so one card reading on Kirsten, this work situation, job situation. Just anything she needs to know about finding a job, what she should do for a job. She's thinking of tarot readings. What does she need to know about this situation? We have 4 of Cups here. So yeah, you just might be focused on, the scam that happened. Maybe, tarot, maybe I could do this instead. There might be an even better opportunity somewhere up in the clouds here, which I know a lot of times feels like, oh, it's out in the clouds. It doesn't even exist. Let's get a clarifier on, because you've been feeling bored or just ho-hum about your work life, your career in general. And this is you breaking out of it, because I see you being able to move beyond feeling the way you have been feeling with work, feeling scammed, feeling, just ready for something. Let's see. Work-wise, we have the Empress, which I think comes out a lot for you. This is mother energy, but also dealing with children, nurturing, dealing with women. I really do get like a spiritual vibe with this Empress card specifically as well. So anything spiritual, anything nurturing. I think we had established for you at one point like a daycare worker or some sort of like teacher. Of course, if that doesn't resonate as something you want to do or get trained on, you don't have to. But whatever you end up doing, you really are showing up in your motherly, more nurturing energy to help people. That could even be like a tarot reader. Let's see. Anything she needs to know about her career. Page of Swords. So it definitely has to do with communicating in a very nurturing way. So yeah, I would say the tarot thing could be a thing. But just so you know, though, if you do it on YouTube or like TikTok or some sort of platform like this, it might be slow going to get started as far as getting paid readings. You might have to do some free readings and stuff to kind of show people, hey, I know what I'm talking about. I did a lot of that when I started on YouTube. But again, I've been doing tarot since like 1997. It's been a long time. But you got to start somewhere. That's the whole thing is, even if you're not being paid for it, it still is a job, because in a way you're investing in your future by starting something, establishing something, and building it up. And that's another thing the Empress does. She creates. So creating some sort of online presence or platform or website where you can, have people book readings, or you sell your readings, or you advertise your readings. Or if you're doing these in person, you're doing it in a very nurturing way. Having some anxiety about tarot readings. I have done it before for free, but I'm nervous. Yeah, and girl, go back to the beginning of my The Done Creative channel, first thing linked in the description below, and watch my very first reading. It's a dumpster fire, if you ask me. I'm sure most people are like, oh, it's fine, whatever, I don't know. But compare that to, I guess, how you know me to be now. When I'm not nervous, I don't even really care what I look like on camera anymore, which is kind of like a travesty, right? But for the most part, it's like, before I was like, oh, my nails have to be done every time. They can't have any chips on it or people are going to judge me. It's like, I just let a lot of that go. And I literally tune into spirit, and it's like, the reading just comes out, and that's just me putting my ego and my nervousness aside. But that took practice. That's not something that just happens. And even too, like when I meet with people in person to do readings, I kind of get nervous again. Not so much online or through Zoom or any of that, but like in person, sometimes I get like that resort back to nervousness for some weird reason. I don't know why. Yeah, all that matters is the connection to the source. It's absolutely true. But I would say whatever you choose to do, they're showing me like the Seven of Pentacles once again that you got earlier, or sorry, Seven of Cups, which is all about, you have so many different avenues, so many things you would be good at. It's all just a matter of making a choice and then going in that direction and learning what you need to learn to make it happen, whatever you choose to do. But I would say you're either working with women or children or both, or predominantly women or children, or something where you can really show that more nurturing, motherly side of yourself, that more creative kind of side of yourself. I'm wondering if it would be successful. Let's just see, specifically like within maybe a few months, because, success for you might be different than success for me. And, certain people may want success in like a month, and other people might say, after a year, this would look like success to me. So whatever success looks like to you, Kirsten, that's kind of the, I guess, measuring stick that we are considering here in your reading. And of course, Spirit already knows what your measure of success is. So whether that looks like $100 a month or $1,000 a month or more, whatever your measurement of success is. Let's just see. Okay, so we have the star. This is literally wish fulfillment. So you will see success. Whatever that looks like to you, it just is, how long is it going to take to see that success? Let's just see if we can get a time frame. Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so this is a new beginning. This is you planting seeds, and Pentacles are the slower moving of all four of the suits, but they don't have to be like 10 years down the road. I mean, this could be, I would say, within a year. Within a year, you're seeing results for the effort you put in, but this is about planting the seed. You can't, pick the fruit off the vine if you haven't planted the seed. And that's basically what being asked to do, is make a wish. As just Sandy says when she comes, she's got her own channel, but she says, make a wish and then make it happen. So we can make a wish all day long, but if we don't plant those seeds or start taking those action steps in that direction, nothing's really going to come of it. I mean, there might be some dumb luck here and there and some manifestation in that regard, but as far as being able to manifest and materialize what we want in a human way, we have to take action. That's just part of the deal while we're here. It's not just instantaneous like it is when we're in spirit. We got to take those action steps and work our butts off a lot of times. But you have the potential to make your dreams a reality, to see a level of success that you don't even know exists yet for you. So take action, do what you need to do. Yes. Much love, Amanda. I'm off to prep for my own live on IG. Well, good luck to you, Peggy. Not that you need it, but wishing you the best with your live. So fun. And Brandy Lynn is back. But yeah, and you got Wheel of Fortune on the back. Hello, look at this. I'd say you're onto something with this tarot thing. It could even be like branching out. You're doing tarot and some sort of other spiritual counseling or coaching with other people. Specifically women. I really do see you working with women, being some sort of, accountability person or mentor or coach, quite possibly, in the spiritual realm of some sort. But also tarot, I think, is a strength for you. So do it. But yeah, whatever you choose to do, it's all about just making a choice and then going in the direction of the choice you've made. So yeah, put your feelers out there, but of course, use your intuition to make sure that you're, not getting scammed or duped out of money to take some course that's basically bogus. because been there, done that. Yeah, it's all about really listening to your intuition and all of that. So yeah, I was thinking of doing some chakra healing or health coaching or herbal medicine. I love all things spiritual. Yeah, so that would be perfect with what we have gotten for you in this reading. And I think even past readings have really been in alignment with coaching, counseling, spiritual stuff, all of that. Working with children, working with women. Yes. And even motherhood in and of itself is like a job in your future that is still a potential for you if that's what you want to do. So yes, make that wish and then make it happen. Yeah, I applied and got hired for a job at Conduent, but they keep pushing my start date. I'm starting to wonder if it's legit. I always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. Yeah, and that's still a potential. And I don't know. Maybe just do some soul searching about this this job place, and maybe do some research even online just to see if other people felt scammed or duped by them in some way. To see what's going on there. Yeah, thanks again for your donation, Kirsten. Okay, so that concludes just the ones that we have donations for that are actually present and accounted for here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Vicky and Cheyenne's readings. They are not here right now, so I'm going to timestamp those. But anyone who wants to donate in the meantime, you can jump yourself to the front of the list. We have 2 readings that I have that are paid for here that I'm timestamping, and then after that, if we don't have any other donations, I will be signing off. Otherwise, feel free to send a donation to get your question answered today. We're going to close this poll. It's been hanging out at the top here. So, how have you been feeling? 55% of you feel dull and blah, like I have been a little bit. But also, I've been feeling a touch of inspiration and motivation, like in little spurts here and there. 32% of you have been feeling that. And then 14% of you kind of just saying none of the above, really. Maybe you're somewhere in between or somewhere totally off on another realm, which would be awesome. Okay, so I'm going to get my little notepad to timestamp for Cheyenne. Okay, Cheyenne is first with a 1 card. So Cheyenne, so 12621. Cheyenne, 12621. She had a 1 card reading. I'm actually going to go to email because that's the best place to find it. Oh, yeah, I was about to ask if you're still taking questions. About to send mine. Okay, perfect, Kat. So once I'm finished with Cheyenne's question, I will do your question, and then we'll move on to Vicky or whoever donates because I'm timestamping Vicky's as well. Perfect. Just don't forget when you come back to make sure you're like up to date on like time frame, so you're not like in the past. Okay, let me go to my email real quick for Cheyenne, who was the first one to send a donation today. All right, could I have a 1 card pull regarding my emotional state, please? Feeling a bit apathetic and hard to shift it. And right before I timestamped your reading, I just closed the poll. How we are all, well, maybe not everybody, but 50-some% of us were feeling kind of blah and dull about things. So wow, your question is right on target with what we've got going on energetically and collectively. So the collective message at the beginning of this live stream might also really resonate with you, Cheyenne. So if you want to watch that, feel free. Okay, let's tune in energetically to Cheyenne. In regards to her emotional state, she's feeling apathetic and it's hard to shift it. So what's going on here, Spirit? What's going on first and foremost? And then we'll get some words of advice or wisdom as to how to shift out if we can. So what's going on for Cheyenne? Okay, we have 8 of Cups. You're moving on, emotionally specifically. And even if you've been feeling kind of those apathetic emotions and just kind of, it's hard to shift out of that. It's because you're meant to move on from something that's no longer emotionally fulfilling you. You're off to something better. Even if you're not quite there yet, you're in the planning stages or in the beginning phases of moving on from something that's kind of feels like it's holding you back or it's not enough anymore. Not to say the person or the situation in and of itself isn't enough. It's just not enough for you, energetically speaking. It's not a match anymore. So you're moving on. This could be a lot of emotions from the past. This could even have to do with something with the loss of your mother. Just trying to heal some aspects of, not having her around and just, what that means for your life moving forward. But let's just get a clarifier on that, and then I'm going to get some words of advice on how to move through this kind of apathetic feeling. Okay. And then we have 9 of Pentacles. So your hard work is paying off. Literally just saying, Spirit, I'm here giving these emotional apathy and any other emotions that do come up. I'm giving it to God. I'm giving it to Source. I'm ready to release this. And you will have the help of your guides and angels to help shift out of these apathetic feelings and just kind of blah kind of thing that a lot of us energetically have been going through as a collective. So you're not the only one. Yeah, 54% of us have been feeling kind of dull and blah about things. So you're not alone there. But yeah, your hard work is paying off. So even if you don't feel like you're doing much to shift it, or you're like, I don't know what to do to shift it, you're going to be able to do it. So let's just get some advice or wisdom or kind of a how. How is Cheyenne going to be able to shift out of this kind of apathetic feeling? I'm just hearing you got to heal it, feel it to heal it, to deal with it. So it almost just feels like you're just sitting in it just a little longer. But just literally saying in your head or out loud, Spirit, what do I need to do to shift this? Please help me shift this. I don't like this feeling, and I'd rather just learn the lesson and get out of it rather than stay stuck in it. But I think you're already on the road to being able to shift out of this feeling. But let's just get some advice, wisdom, guidance, how Cheyenne can shift out of this feeling. We have 4 Pentacles. So this is about shifting your perspective or your perception of whatever, because this is a physical feeling, you're feeling just kind of apathetic. Pentacles are our material world, or, what we feel, see, taste, touch, and smell. All the senses, all the physical senses that we have. And this guy almost looks like he's underground. It's like he's hiding like among the bunnies, because the bunnies are the ones that usually burrow underground, not the foxes, but the fox. To me, this feels like not the fox specifically, but like the energy of the fox, being very clever, almost tricking yourself into overcoming what you've been going through, almost tricking yourself into feeling happy again, or kind of faking it till you make it is kind of the energy I'm getting with this. And it's very interesting. We also have a bunny up here that's almost acting more like the fox than the bunny, or than the fox is. This bunny's like, yeah, I'll be the fox. I'll be clever. I don't need to do what everyone else is doing. I'll just feel my way through this, and I'm going. And we also have here, I always forget, I think this is going back to full. So this is the waxing gibbous moon. I do believe crescent moon here. It's backwards on this, but when I look at it this way, it's like it's going back to full again, I believe. But if it looks backwards to you, maybe that's because my thing is backwards here. So I see these backwards on this. But to me, this feels like in that moon phase, which I can't even remember. We had the new moon. So it's almost like we are building back to full. We might be past this right now, but between now and even the next moon phase, which matches this, you're really shifting your perspective. You're shifting out of this apathetic feeling, and you're getting back down to business and feeling more like yourself. So I hope that resonated, brought you just a little bit of guidance or clarity on what you've got going on here. But just really, it's almost like you just got to feel it to heal it, to deal with it, to release it. And it doesn't feel good, but like it's not going to be this way forever. So don't attach to the fact that, oh, I feel this way still, because it almost doubles down and makes you feel that way longer and harder, even harder. Like I'm feeling more apathetic than ever because I'm so mad I'm apathetic, and I've been in that kind of loop before as well. I'm almost kind of feeling that way. I have been feeling that way a little bit recently, but I'm already feeling the shift. I'm coming out of it, and I got to sneeze now, which to me, sneezes is like it's cleaning, it's cleansing the area, it's cleansing the energy. Am I gonna sneeze or not? I just wish it would make up its mind. I don't mind sneezing. Just make your decision, sneezer. I guess it's not. I guess I'm not going to sneeze. I felt like I was going to for a second there. And hot tip, anyone who has to sneeze and you desperately, like maybe you're in church or I don't know, somewhere where you don't want to sneeze or it's just not a good time, you don't want to be noisy or whatever. A little hot tip for those of you who don't want to sneeze, push the tip of your tongue, like behind your top teeth, these two, the top 2 front teeth. Push your tongue right behind your 2 top teeth on the roof of your mouth really hard, and it'll stop you from sneezing. If you're already like mid-sneeze, it's not going to help. But like, if you're like, could I sneeze? Maybe, do that and it'll go away. I don't mind sneezing. It's just, I don't like when it plays games with me. It's like, sneeze or get off the pot. Like, what's going on here? All right, we've got Kat's donation come through and her question. Take a quick drink of water. We'll get into that. And then the only other donation I have is from Vicky. So anyone else looking to get their question today, feel free to donate between now and when I wrap up, and we will get your question answered even before Vicky, because we're timestamping her. She is not here. So if you want to get in on the action after Kat's question, you can donate now and be next on the list. Okay. Guess the sneeze is just long gone. So here we go. All right. Hello, Junking Data Girl. Cha-cha. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. I'm going to go over to my email real quick. Check Kat's question. And she has donated very generously, so we're going to give her some time and attention. All right. Thanks again for your lovely donation, Kat. Always appreciate it. So she's got a question here. Hi. So I'm in a casual relationship with a guy, and I've been on and off with him because I want something serious, but at the same time, I feel like I'm not ready. I like him a lot, but I've come to realize we probably won't be anything serious, so I know eventually I'll let him go. He's actually the guy you told me is most likely a karmic and to do cord cutting ritual, but I didn't have the heart to do it, which is okay. Don't beat yourself up about that. It's cool. It's cool. I still feel so attached to him. It's crazy. Anyways, I may not be ready now for this, but I would like to know who is the person I will have a true long-term relationship with, so I have some hope for the future. Thank you so much in advance. I donated for 2, so it can possibly be a little longer. Absolutely, and that was my plan. When you donate for 2, you're going to get 2. All right, my dear, let's get into this. Let's just see. I'm going to see how I want to word this specifically for spirit. So we're tuning into Kat's energy and this connection with this relationship, casual relationship. She's been on and off with this guy. Oh, we already have the 3 of Swords, but it kind of came out in reverse. So it's almost like, someday you're going to break this off. It's like heartbreak, cutting cords, all that eventually, which is cool because maybe there was some lessons that you needed or wanted to learn. And that's, again, hence why you came together. And, karmic relationships can still be soulmates. So there is that connection, not just because of the karma, but because of the deep love and soul bond and connection. But yeah, let's see. So we've already got that established. That just confirms what you've already said about, someday you're probably going to let him go, and it's not easy. You didn't have the heart to do it before, and it's fun. So like, why not? Yeah. So it's crazy. Anyway, I may not be ready now for this, but I would like to know who is a person. So we've tuned into his energy, and this is what we kind of got it in reverse. So it's almost like it's moving in this direction eventually, but it won't be so heartbreaking for you by then, I think, because you're gearing up for it. Because I think energetically you can feel this other person's energy pulling you, because their higher self is really connecting to you. They want to be with you. Even if you don't know this person yet, we're going to tune in. We don't know who this is quite yet, but we're going to tune in and see what's going on here for you, for Kat. Okay. The Kat and this person, her true connection, in the future, that's not this person she's with right now. What does she need to know about this connection? Something to look forward to for her. Ooh, we have the 4 of Swords. Yeah. So it's not quite time yet. So that's fine. It's fine, because this is what's amazing about this reading so far is you got the 3 of Swords, which you're not quite here yet. But when you bite the bullet or decide, okay, let's, you can still be friends. It's not like you have to cut this person completely out of your life. But as far as dating and energetically, romantically involving yourself with this person, when you finally do decide to pull the plug or cut the cord, so to speak, on this connection, then there will be a time of rest, recuperation, healing. Not just from this connection you're currently casually in, but, all the stuff that's happened in the past, which I think you have done a great deal of healing from the past, but there's always more healing. It's like an onion. There's layers and layers and layers. But what this, is eventually leading up to is this time of healing, this time of introspection, this time of just really connecting to yourself, your own higher self, and dating yourself for a while. And that's completely valid, even while you're with this person casually, is to also date yourself. It's kind of, you're two-timing this person, but like on yourself. You're just with yourself as well. But let's see, as far as the next person coming in, your true long-term relationship. what you would like to know is who the person is that you have this long-term relationship with. Is just anything she needs to know about this person, so she has some hope for the future, please, Spirit. Go back to the camera view again. Okay, what does she need to know about this person? Who is this person? What does she need to know about them? Any words of advice or wisdom? Yeah, 9 of Wands, which is, kind of maybe even the energy you've been feeling right now is, I know this person's like involved with me and I love them, but like I don't know them yet. And or for the future person, but then for the person you're involved with it's like I don't want to quite let go yet. Like I can feel that this thing is kind of on its last legs, but it's not quite to the finish yet. But you can see the writing on the wall here that you will eventually end this and you will heal from it and move on. So this is basically just reaffirming that you're on the right track. Whatever you decide to do, whenever you decide to do it, it's valid and it's amazing and it's the right time for you, Kat. So let's tune into this next person's energy. This next person might also be kind of on their last legs in a relationship, or have kind of emotionally and mentally checked out of a relationship they're in because they know it's not working. Or maybe they already have. Yeah, I'm still taking questions. Oh, just Sandy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know what to say. I love you. I love you too, Sandy. Big hugs, big hugs. I was talking about you earlier. I was like, just like my friend Just Sandy says, make a wish and then make it happen. And then here you are. Hello, welcome. It's been a minute. I miss you. Okay, I will send PayPal. Perfect. Well, we'll be waiting. We'll be here, Linda. All right, let's get some additional information on this person. Yeah, they might be getting out of a situation themselves. And Spirit didn't say relationship. They said situation. So almost this might be a relationship this person has been in, not the person you're with now, but your future true kind of love, kind of soulmate relationship we're tuning into. They may have been in a relationship that was more a relationship of convenience, or like, well, I'm in this situation, I might as well ride it out until I can make my next move or whatever. Not that this person's using the person they're with, but it's almost like a relationship or a situationship of convenience for both of them. The romance is gone. The deep love is just not there anymore. Of course, they probably care about each other like on a soul level, but like as people, they're just kind of like, let me just get through the day. Like that's the vibe I'm getting, that this person is moving through that energy. And that might be why there's this 4 of Swords energy here for the two of you, is because you both need time to just separate your energies from these other people that you've been involved in. And even just to be alone or kind of on your own. Not that you're alone or lonely, but like just resting, relaxing, just kind of remembering or kind of getting to know who you are without these other people, other connections in your life. But let's tune into this person's energy, your future. Well, they're already, future means whatever on the spiritual realm, but like this true soulmate, this one that you're meant to be with, tuning into their energy. Who is this person? What does Kat need to know about them? We've got 3 amazing cards coming out. Wow. I saw this. I'm like, 3 amazing cards like I already knew. And then I saw the Death card and the Justice card. So yeah, this person is going through a lot, and not just with this relationship they are ending. This person is just going through like a dark night of the soul, just spiritually asking, what is my life purpose? What is it I'm meant to do? Who is it I'm meant to be with? What should I focus on? This person's feeling a little bit lost right now, but the lost shall seek and they shall find, because this person is ready to level up spiritually. This person is having a spiritual awakening, or already has, and now they're in some sort of dark night of the soul to really bring this thing to culmination. They are in it to win it, is really what I'm hearing. So this person is really spiritually connected, or will be by the time you meet them. They have had a spiritual awakening or are in the process of said spiritual awakening, but then they're finding more balance, more peace in their life as well, and finding the sense of justice. There might even be something going on with this person's family that they feel left out. There could have been a death of a parent or someone very close to them in the family, or even a friend circle that felt like family, that they are also dealing with on top of all this other stuff that they've had going on. Even if that death was like in the way past, it's like the emotions or feelings that maybe they didn't completely deal with when that person passed away are coming up for this person to deal with. And it all just feels like life is falling down on their shoulders all at once. But this is all really energetically before they meet you. This is kind of shaping them and, molding them and, chiseling them into the shape of person that you're going to meet. So once Kat meets this person, how is she going to feel? What's it going to be like? How is this person going to come toward her? How are they going to meet? Just whatever Spirit wants to bring forward. Anything Kat needs to know about this person when they meet. Wow, Wheel of Fortune. So he is going to definitely be overcoming a lot of that, dark night of the soul kind of energy and just on a whole other trajectory. Might even have to do something with work where maybe there was a layoff or I don't see that he was fired, but like he either left by his own volition or it was like a laying off where he, wasn't like completely left out in the cold, but like he was just over the work environment and went to somewhere that felt more fulfilling. Maybe even a complete shift of career. When this person meets you, he will have gone through so much upheaval and now he's on a really good trajectory. He's in a good place mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. He's just on a whole better wavelength than what he was and what he's still. I mean, I still see this is yet to come for him. He may even be in this energy as we speak, but he's also in this energy as we speak. So he's really going to be on a much better path, much better trajectory when you meet him. So let's just see what type of person he is. He's gone through a lot. I just want to give him a hug. I feel so bad for him. And you've been through a lot. So you guys really are mirrors of each other with love and, you lost your father. I think this person also lost a parent or someone very close to him that maybe even felt like a parent or even a grandparent. It's all about like feeling left out in the cold, not in the cold, but like, I guess in the cold, but like it's more energetic than physical, so to speak. It's like this person left my life or my life shifted. I felt up, things at work were upside down. Everything was just upside down. But now he's realizing there's so much more to life than what he thought life was, after this awakening, after this dark night of the soul. And then he meets you. So when he meets you, what do we need to know? What's going on? Because I'm just feeling this big up level of energy, excitement, happiness. Yeah, Knight of Swords. He's definitely, it's moving quick. Not quick as in like right now, but once you meet this person, it's like you guys just are like overnight success, overnight like couple. Just things take off very quickly. A lot of communication. He's very forthcoming with communication. He's expressing himself. You don't have to guess how he feels about you or life or whatever. He's saying it. He is expressing it. And maybe you're also expressing that as well. Because I see you guys really are mirrors of each other. All right. And how will the early stages of this relationship be? What does Kat need to know? Let's give her a message of hope about this upcoming relationship and who this person is. Yeah, Two of Swords. You might even be confused because this is very interesting. I was going to say it earlier, and then I just kept on going with the thought I had and didn't circle back. But there might even be two people that kind of come in at the same time after you've kind of broken it off with this casual person that you're with now and done your little healing kind of mode. You might kind of almost meet two people at once or within very close succession of each other. But this person that we're really tuning into his energy of, you're going to be able to separate him out from the other decently quick. Because remember, things are going to move quickly in the relationship very, very quickly, very, very early on. And it's going to be the most communicative or talkative person that you're dealing with. And of course, always trust your intuition if you are dealing with two different people, to know which one's right for you. And maybe they're both right for you, but just at different times in your life. You just never know. You just never know. The relationship itself. Ooh, the Emperor. So this definitely could be the one that you marry or is like the father of your children if you want that. You don't have to, subscribe to marriage and children if that's not what you want at all. But like this feels like your person. Like the person you want to be with. And it's a very long-term, stable, successful relationship. And this person, it might have fire in their chart, fire sign. That would be your Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or have placements within the fire signs, fire houses, quite possibly. They don't have to have like an Aries sun or anything for this to still resonate. All right, what else does Kat need to know about this future love, soulmate connection? Four of Wands. There's the wedding. There's the wedding. There's the husband. This definitely indicates that's like a signed contract with like your relationship. So either you're moving in together or you're getting married. I mean, again, this could be years off. This could be years down the road. But like we're tuning into like big picture, small picture, and maybe even some things in between. So yeah, you will have a state, and this is stability. This is a stable home life. This is building a house, or buying a house together. This is moving in together. This is marriage, or any combination of those things that you want. You can claim them for yourself because they are here. And it's funny because we've got a ram here, which Aries is that emperor energy. But I almost on this view of it saw it as like a white dog. So I don't know if you are into dogs or like dogs, or if this person has a dog or is really into dogs. You guys might have a dog together, or a pet, or maybe multiple dogs if that's something you want. But the dog to me represents loyalty, companionship, someone you can count on and lean on through good times, bad, and everything in between. I want to get some of these guidance cards. Any words of wisdom or guidance about Kat between now and when she meets this person and the early stages of this relationship? I just want to get some guidance, or just messages from spirit about what she needs to know between now and then. Yeah, distance. And this is you distancing yourself from, I'm really seeing it as that current person you're with. And it doesn't mean you have to do this tomorrow or next week or even next year, but when you're ready, there is this need, even if you guys are remaining friends, for you to put some distance between the two of you, and the fact that you were in a relationship, so that you can give yourself that peace, that harmony, that alone time that you need to be able to heal and just kind of really get your bearings and understand what you want out of a relationship, or what you want just for you as a person in life, because that's going to be very important moving forward. Because I just heard, or I heard it, and I also like saw a vision of you and this future soulmate working together eventually, maybe having some sort of like business that you're starting together. And I don't know if we've ever tuned into that energy for you before, but I'm feeling that could be a potential. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to do that if you don't ever want to own a business, or you don't have to, but it's a definite potential for you. And distance could also mean, I'm really reading the 14 as months. Between now and 14 months is when you're, breaking things off with this other person, doing your healing before you do meet this person. Which, to me, 14 months is relatively quick. But, it might be that after you end things with this person, you need about 14 months to really just soak in, who am I? What am I doing? What do I want? What do I want my next relationship to be like? And really immerse yourself in that. Because there's so many good things coming for you, Kat, and that are on the horizon for you, that I do want you to have hope. I do want you to look forward to the future. But I also do want you to appreciate the time you have now with this, other soulmate karmic connection, and appreciate the time that you have after that ends, when you are just kind of single lady for a minute. Appreciate every stage and phase that you're in life. And I think you do. I think you really do make effort to enjoy whatever phase or stage of life you're in. I really do see you appreciating even the small things and the big things about where you're at in life and what you want and what you're experiencing, and even the bad things you go through. I think you are someone who can really do that hindsight 2020 and realize, I had to go through those really horrible things to become the person I am. As crazy as that sounds sometimes, it was like, oh, I wouldn't want that to happen, or that to happen, or that to happen. But the fact that we didn't see it coming, and then it happened, and then we healed from it, and as much as we can, and we've moved on, we can look back and be like, if that hadn't happened, I wouldn't be who I am, where I am, doing what I am today, if it weren't for those bad things, or those losses, or those griefs, or all the bad things that we deem bad or negative in life. But they really are the things that shape us even more than those positive things. So it's like you almost had to go through the ringer in love, in a way, to really genuinely, ultimately appreciate this person that you will be with on the long term. And then we have anticipation, which is really what I'm gearing up to, is appreciating everything you've gone through, but also anticipating and having hope. This is a card of hope. This is anticipating, it's like the bride, like years before she even has the groom, she's like knowing that wedding will happen, and just enjoying the moment, just enjoying every day leading up to her big happily ever after, which, is there even really a such thing? If there is, this would be it. This is as close to happily ever after as any of us humans can hope to attain, and you have it in this reading, in this relationship for this future partner. So you're having as close to perfection as a person can get. Of course, perfect for you. There is no such thing as a perfect relationship, but perfect for you and the lessons you signed up for and the life that you are living to attain that soul journey of whatever it is you signed up for on this planet. It could be a lot that you signed up for. I think it is. You've already been through a lot, my dear. And I think the best is yet to come for you, though. I really do see that for you. The best is yet to come. Let's see. Let's get one word of advice for Kat, just in general in life. Just in general. Anything she needs to know about this relationship, about the current relationship she's in, about the between relationships, or just personal. I would love to have a business. That sounds awesome. Love it. Definitely would want babies, and I love dogs. That's beautiful. Yeah, that's all potential for you. If you want it, it's yours. It's all a matter of timing, divine timing, and having a little bit of impatience. If impatience, yes, maybe that is what you have, but having patience, not impatience, to really anticipate those savory moments that we just want to savor and remember and live and experience. But sometimes we got to be patient and wait for those things. And that's kind of what Spirit's saying is you might have a minute until these things happen, but they are definitely potentials for you in this life. All right. Words of wisdom, guidance, advice for Kat, just in any area of life. Anything she needs to know with Spirit. Enhance your physical health. And it's very interesting. She's holding this bowl almost over the womb area. So, of course, after the traumatic thing that you went through was it last year or was it earlier this year? Time just escapes me sometimes. The trauma that you have been through physically with that assault that you went through. This is about really healing that womb, that sacral chakra energy. And I think you've done a lot of work on that. But, with any healing we do, there's always more work we can do. So, whatever feels right for you to do as far as work on this energy or this area, feel free to do it. But it says here, enhance your physical health. So this is kind of just a life in general kind of reading or message for you. So think about how you view yourself as a physical being. Do you perceive yourself as weak or strong? Do you tend to make excuses for why you're not proactive in your healing when you see what you can and should be done? When you see what can and should be done. There we go. Your goal, to initiate one positive action in your life to enhance your physical health. So if you have been thinking that your diet could be cleaned up or your physical, like being more physical, doing more exercises or being more active, or just taking better care of like your hygiene or your wardrobe, or because this feels very physical to me, physical body, physical appearance, like how you feel physically, like if you want more energy, and just really examining. And it's funny because on the back of the deck we got take steps to get healthy. So this is going to be a journey, specifically when you do cut the cords and move on from that one connection you're currently invested in. That next stage, that kind of healing stage, is going to be very physically, emotionally, mentally, and also spiritually very healing for you. But it's because you're proactive about being healthy in all areas and all aspects of life. So wow, very powerful message, not just about the relationship, but even life in general, that came through for you. But thanks again for your very, very generous donation. That does help my mom get out of that camper, 3 years plus in the camper, and I'm just saving all these donations as much as I can over and above business costs are going into that account and adding up. So hopefully when the housing market takes a turn for the better for the consumer, we will be able to make a move for her. So thank you, Kat. You have helped get her one step closer to that as a reality. So thank you. I do appreciate that. Yes, trying to start taking the steps to get healthier and work on my body for sure. Thank you so much. Loved it. Big hugs to you, Kat. I'm always, always rooting for you and wishing the best. And it's so good to see you again. It's been a minute. I missed you. I hope you're doing well. I genuinely just love each and every one of you guys, especially those of you who I've gotten to know over the last year to 2 years. Almost, I think, let's see. No, it'll be 2 full years coming up on November 14th that I've been doing this specific live stream. But I've gotten to know some of you pretty good over that time, and I love you guys so much. All right. And I think about you guys. It's funny. I dream about you guys. I think about you guys. I love you guys. So, yes. All right. I'll put those back. And Linda, my dear, you are next. Go ahead and post your question right now. Right now. And you did, right as I said that. Boom, your question appeared. I love it. I'm going away on a trip for 9 days tomorrow. That's amazing. Just found out troubled sibling in town for 3 months. Will I have any drama to deal with while on my trip? I need fun and relaxation and smooth sailing. I already heard this trip is going to be what you make it. So if you're allowing that troubled sibling to steal your mental energy by thinking about them or anticipating possible, trouble with them, you could create that. So this is about staying out of your head and trying to, what you envision, what you put your energy toward, that's what you're creating with this trip. So if you're, not to spiritually bypass things, like if you are feeling some type of way, don't try to push those feelings away. But yeah, monkey mind, like me too, girl. Like, hello, it's just a thing. But like when we can just observe, okay, my monkey mind is going crazy right now. That's half the battle. Because half the time our monkey mind is off to the races and we are drug along for the ride. And it's like 4 hours later, and we're like, wait, I've been thinking about all this stuff. I want to take my power back. But just saying, my monkey mind, that's calling it out. So it has not as much power as to when we're like completely unconscious of the fact that our mind is just spiraling. But when you can become conscious of said spiraling, you get your power back right in that moment and you can take it back. And it's almost like just every time another nasty thought or monkey mind comes in, you're like, I see you. Let's not do this right now. But I think you're going to be having so much fun and just relaxing and just really in a different vibe. And, you're just in an element that's almost like you're pulling yourself out of the timeline where this sibling could be causing issues. And they're not even, it's like you're not even on their radar to bother you, if that makes sense. Like that's the vibe I'm getting. You just really leaning into this 9-day vacation and really living it up to the fullest, enjoying it to the fullest, relaxing to the fullest, doing whatever you feel like to the fullest. That's what you're doing. Whether that looks like sleeping in or relaxing or on the go, shopping or whatever it is you're doing. You're doing it to the fullest and really immersing yourself in the present moment. And that's when this sibling can't really interject their like, it's like vampires. It's like they're energetically trying to vampire on you quite possibly, but you're preempting that by saying, nope, not doing it. And it's almost like you're shutting the door. It's beautiful. I just need to hear this from you. All right, now let's pull a card. Let's verify what we've got going on for Linda on this trip. What does she need to know about this trip? And specifically if this sibling is going to cause any issues. Okay, we have the sun. So like I said, even if you're not going somewhere real sunny and tropical, that's kind of beside the point. To me, this feels like you are just, this is happiness. This is a card of happiness and just being the king of your castle, being the, queen of your vacation time. I don't know. I'm just being weird now, but yeah, your sign, my sign Aquarius, right? I think the sun is Leo, which is actually right opposite of Aquarius, which is interesting. So, but this is like opposition, but like in a good way, because sometimes opposites attract. So it's almost like you are really living up this Leo energy of the sun to counterbalance all that Aquarius energy. Because a lot of times as Aquarius, my husband's an Aquarius rising, my sister's an Aquarius sun. They are very selfless with their time. They will give and give and give of their own time. Yeah, the star is definitely Aquarius, but the star and the sun are two of just some of the most amazing energies you can get. Yes. But they are opposite each other on, the astrological representation wheel, so to speak. But Aquarius people, a lot of times they will put other people's needs before themselves. But this is saying it's almost okay. It's not almost okay. It is okay for you to get very selfish during this vacation and make it about you and put yourself as a priority. Where maybe your Aquariusness might, allow others to have their moment in the sun, no pun intended, or, you're putting their happiness before yours. No, not right now, not today. This sibling isn't going to be able to rain on your parade or do anything of the sort. Because you got the sun. The sun. What else does Linda need to know about this vacation? Okay, hello. What did I say about you creating the vacation that you're, manifesting? The Empress. the mother queen. Yes, she is the queen of her castle, and she is the creator of her reality. And that's exactly what you're going to be able to do, is take command or creative control of the time you have. And aren't these cards beautiful? Yes, they're my new deck. I just got this. I did a little show and tell of this deck at the beginning of the live stream. It's called the Guardian of Night Tarot, and it's stunning. I'm already in love with it. I'm really loving the nature themed decks lately. My Pacific Northwest Tarot, my Spacious Tarot, and now this one. And they don't have any people on them. It's all animals and nature, and I don't know. I love it. I still get a lot of very specific people type messages out of these cards, but they are just very beautiful and natural. But yeah, it's like you're clever too, because we were talking about the fox energy on that Four of Pentacles for someone else's reading earlier. And this is all about just being very clever, almost one-upping or thinking 2 steps ahead of the sibling or anyone who wants to, make things not great for you. They're just not going to be able to compete with how on a mission you are to have a good time. They're just not going to be able to compete. And if this person is texting or, bothering you in some way, you can just do that little silent or turn off notifications. I mean, you have the ability to literally take control of your inbox, so to speak, and just not allow those messages to even come through while you're having the time of your life, having so much fun. Let's just get one more card before we close out. Just any words of wisdom, guidance, or advice for Linda on this trip, and just relaxing, and anything possibly, potentially about this sibling trying to interfere in that over these next 3 months while they are visiting, and the drama that might be coming. Well, no, we have gifts, no drama. Specifically, most especially during your trip, you might even be bringing home little gifts or souvenirs or trinkets from your trip, or you're finding something, might even be something you're wearing, but I'm not really reading it so much as clothing. It might be a piece of jewelry, specifically maybe even a necklace or a ring, because those were the 2 that I really came up to on my little screen here. Buying yourself a piece of jewelry that you fall in love with on your trip, quite possibly. It doesn't have to be that you do exactly that, but to me, this just feels like the vacation itself is such a gift to you that it's just a big sigh of relief from all the drama and the busyness and the just day-to-day life that you've been going through before this trip comes. Enjoy yourself. And if traveling and all that does cause you stress, that might come up, that it's a little stressful, but for the most part, I see you really just buckling down to allow yourself to enjoy every drip, every drop, every moment of this vacation, and treat yourself. Don't be afraid to treat yourself. Oh, you're going with 2 high school friends. Well, that in and of itself, what a gift. That's so amazing. That's so fun. So fun. Maybe you're getting matching tattoos or matching necklaces. I don't know. You're doing something fun. I think I was a joke on the tattoos most specifically, but if that's something you've been thinking about, hey, maybe you're doing it. I don't know. It just feels very fun, and you're just not letting anyone, with the sun card, you're not letting anyone rain on that parade. Matching necklaces for sure. Yes. All right. That's awesome. Have fun. Have so much fun. That'll be amazing. All right. Am I putting these in the right way? Maybe not. Okay, there we go. You are so welcome, Linda. Absolutely. Big hugs to you. Thanks again for your donation as well. All right. So let's see. Vicky, I think we've come to that time. We are now at Vicky's question. That is the last donation I have. She is not here, so I'm time stamping that for her. But anyone who would like to donate between now and the end of Vicky's reading, we will definitely accommodate you on our lineup tonight. Otherwise, we will be wrapping up right after Vicky's reading. So yes, let me take a drink of my water. And we will timestamp Vicky. So 2:08 on the dot. 2 hours and 8 minutes and 0 seconds for Vicky. And I better remind myself to make the post or the comment for timestamps. Sometimes I forget. I've been decently good about it lately. So let's go to Vicky's question. Okay, let me go back in her email here. That's it. There we are. Hi, Amanda. Hope you're well. I am well. Thank you. I hope you're well as well. That was too many wells in a row, but oh well. There's another one. Can I please ask Spirit for any messages or guidance regarding my emotional well-being right now? I've been feeling very lethargic, apathetic, and demotivated lately, and I'm finding it difficult to focus in work. However, I'm worried about feeling this way as I have just started a PhD. Thank you as always. Can you please kindly timestamp? Absolutely, I can timestamp for you. And yeah, I don't know if you already knew what your sister Cheyenne's question was, but she had a very similar question, minus the whole PhD stuff, but just feeling apathetic and all of that. And right before her timestamp, I was closing out the poll. I did a poll, like, how are we feeling? And so many of us were feeling dull and blah. So I think you're right on target with a lot of this collective energy, at least the collective of, us here have been kind of feeling it a little bit. Good night to you as well, Linda. So you're right on target with the rest of us feeling that way. And like I'm hearing for our collective reading, I did a collective reading at the beginning, which you might also benefit from as well, Vicky. So feel free to watch that. Like I had told your sister, go ahead and watch the collective because it's very resonant with the energy you're talking about right now. But what I heard with that, and I'm hearing now again, this too shall pass. This is not a forever mindset. You're never going to feel that motivation again. No, this is going to pass. You're going to be ready and maybe overwhelmed at times with a PhD because that's something that's a big deal. That definitely is a big deal. So, but you're gonna do it. You're gonna be able to focus when you need to focus and all the things. So let me reread your question. We're gonna get some cards. So she is wanting to ask Spirit any messages or guidance. Tuning into Vicky's energy, please, Spirit. Any guidance or messages on her emotional well-being right now? She's feeling very lethargic, apathetic, and unmotivated, demotivated lately, and finding it difficult to focus in work and worried about that feeling as she started her PhD. Okay, yes. And you worrying about feeling that way begets more worrying. So worrying leads to more worrying, leads to more worrying. You get what I'm saying? So this is about breaking out of that mental mindset of, oh no, what if I never get it again? And then we go down a spiral. We were talking about that in a few other people's readings. So I think this is just kind of a collective energy many of us are feeling. And like I was saying in, was it Linda's reading or right before it might have been Kat? I can't quite remember because when those energies come out, messages come out, they're out. But I was saying how where our attention goes, our energy flows. So when we're worrying, we beget more worrying or we create more worrying for ourselves. And when we, and it's okay. It's okay to worry sometimes because like it's a human thing. And sometimes worrying can actually be productive when we start taking action to get out of the rut of whatever we're worried about. Of course, as far as feeling apathetic and unmotivated and all this, sometimes one of the best ways to start feeling motivated again is to not feel motivated at all, but to still do the thing anyway. And then you will start to gain some momentum. And that's one of the things, it's not getting caught in that mental cycle, mental loop, mental trap, monkey mind, like we were talking about with Linda, and just choosing to, instead of fall for the thoughts. And before you know it, you're, like I said, for Linda, 4 hours into thinking all these nasty things, and instead say, I am not these thoughts. I'm not the one thinking these thoughts. I'm the one observing the one that's thinking these thoughts, which is like a mind bender. And I actually even talked about that on the pick card that I filmed today, which actually goes up on my other channel tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. That'll be up tomorrow. Message from your future self. So maybe your energy is also included in that. I really do feel it is. But let's see. Let's just see anything else that needs to come through for Vicky, just in terms of messages, guidance on coming out of this unmotivated. And again, I think this is just something you got to feel. Allow yourself to feel it, heal it, deal with it, release it, flow through it, and move through it. You can't go around it. You can't go under it. You got to go through it. And I think that's what you're doing, allowing yourself to go through it. And we have here the Ace of Cups. So yes, you're going to get that re-inspired, ignited passion for life, for love of self, love of this PhD program. You're going to get that motivation back, that emotional contentment back. So this is basically the opposite of feeling apathetic. So you're getting your mojo back. You're getting it back. Stella got her groove back. That's a movie. Yeah, it's coming back. So one of the words of wisdom and advice, I think, would be just to do it. Even if you feel like you're just going through the motions just to get yourself moving, just do it to get yourself moving. And along the way, you will find that motivation, that inspiration, that desire to feel purposeful in what it is you're doing. You will feel that motivation and inspiration for life again. It's coming back. So just allow whatever you're feeling to come through. Allow it. I keep shuffling these upside down, or maybe I don't know what I did. I think I shuffled some of them in upside down. I don't know. What else does she need to know? Okay, we got a little bit going on here. We also, okay, I love this. Okay, I love this so much. Okay, so look, we got here Ace of Cups and Ace of Swords. So you're getting that clarity. You're not feeling so, in your head, you're getting the clarity of all the mental chatter and thoughts and everything else going on. So you got a big yes, you're coming through it. You got a big yes, you're coming through it. You're not going to be in this energy forever. It's passing by. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. And then we got people. We got people coming in. We got Queen of Cups. We got Queen of Wands. And we got the Page of Wands. So I'm really reading this as you and quite possibly Cheyenne's energy. 2 queens. Yes. But this is you guys kind of helping each other feel more motivated, because she had a very similar question to what you were talking about. And I think you guys can help level each other up through this. And I think it's so cute and cool how you two, even if your questions have nothing to do with each other, which kind of tonight they did, you guys somehow always find your way back to each other energetically. So you guys really are connected in being able to not just feel the same thing, but also to help each other move out of feeling these kind of apathetic things and all that. Hello, welcome back, Ethan. But then we have here the Page of Wands. So this is just like a youthful energy or just a new beginning where you're taking a lot of this ace energy you've got here and feeling very inspired to start something new. And I really do read this as your PhD, because you've just started or are going to start very soon, or one of the two. And you're going to start feeling that passion and excitement and just ready to try and see what happens and, put in the work, put in the effort. You're going to be very inspired very soon. If you're not feeling it now, remember, just start going through the motions to start feeling it again, and you will find that spark and that inspiration along the way. Let's see if there's any additional guidance or words of wisdom from Spirit. Anything they want Vicky to know about just feeling her way through this apathy and feeling better about it. Yeah, it might feel like a battle for a minute, but again, you're not going to be in it long. Even if you felt like you've been in it a minute, you're battling your way through, you're fighting your way through, you're not accepting this as your reality from here on out. No, you are fighting back, meaning you're instead of just feeling apathetic and not taking action, you're deciding, even if you still feel apathetic, to still then anyway take action, and you will get that momentum along the way. Let's get some encouragement for her, please. But yeah, I mean, it might just be, I'm really seeing this more as a mental battle than anything else, because you started it out with the 8 of Swords, about being in your head, about, thinking, oh no, this is forever. And, we can all get in these kind of negative thought spirals, but you're going to find your way out of it. And here's one of the word ways, the words on the card is one of the ways you're finding your way out of this mental battle with this apathetic and unmotivated feeling. Yes. You're releasing it, but sometimes we gotta feel it to heal it, to deal with it, to then release. And I think I said that earlier. So yeah, it's about releasing and finding a creative way to release, because we have the 39 here, which adds up to 12, which adds up to 3, which is a very creative solution. And big changes are happening. And this might even be with family, just battle of wits, battle of, well, this is what I'm doing, and someone disagreeing, and you just saying, no, I'm doing things my way, and then releasing their need of control or their way of doing things, and just doing it your thing, doing it your way, doing your thing your way. You're releasing the past, even. It's almost like you broke out of the box you used to be in, or even you and Cheyenne used to be in, or just feeling like, now that you're in this PhD program, like the sky really is the limit, or even beyond, because you're leveling up. I mean, this is a physical representation of you leveling up, at least mentally, right? But I'm also seeing physically, spiritually, emotionally, and also mentally. But you got to release, and it might be a battle to release these past judgments, past, whatever you've got going on, but you're overcoming this. Ultimately, you're overcoming this feeling of unmotivated and apathetic and all the other buzzwords from your message. You're overcoming this. So even if you still feel this way in a couple days or a week or two, just know that as you take action toward, going through the motions, and I know a lot of times it's like, oh, it's like dragging feet to get going again, but at least dragging feet is moving forward very slowly, but it's still moving forward. And that's going to be the key to get you that momentum. I just saw in my mind's eye the Wheel of Fortune. So you're going to be on a whole other trajectory. You're creating a whole new cycle for yourself very soon. If you're not already in, I'm almost reading this as like Mercury retrograde is actually going to be really good for you this time. This Mercury retrograde is going to feel like a forward momentum rather than like, the opposite, which is good, which is always good. Oh, I thought that was the Wheel of Fortune for a second. It was the Ten of Cups. So big emotional fulfillment, big feelings, good feelings, where maybe you're feeling apathetic and unmotivated now. Good feelings, big feelings are coming very soon for you. But again, you're just kind of moving and feeling your way through it to get you on the other side of those feelings. So just do whatever it is that you need to do to get in the direction you're going, and you're going to find that inspiration and momentum along the way. So big hugs to you, Vicky. You got this. I'm going to timestamp here in about 2 seconds because I don't think we had any other donations come in. So this live stream is a wrap. Thank you for hanging out with me, everybody. It was fun. I've mentioned a couple times during the live stream, but if you're just joining us, I do have a reading. I have to think for a second. A reading going up on my main channel. First thing linked in the description below is my main channel, and it's going to be a reading on a message from your future self. So that's something I think all of us could really get behind and get some knowledge on. And it was an amazing reading, and it's amazing. It's amazing what came through. So check that out tomorrow if you feel so inclined. Maybe your energy is included in those amazing messages. And what else? Oh, I will be live Friday. I'm back to 2 live streams a week. It's going to be during the day, most likely around 11 a.m. And I'm going to go 11 to whenever we're done. That should give me plenty of time to still get the kids and all that after school. So 11 seems like 11 a.m. Mountain Time. Just let me specify. We will be here. Yes, we will. At least I will be. I don't know about you guys, but I will be here. And we're going to be doing a free 1-card pull to start us out on that day the next day, Friday. So tomorrow, future self reading on my other channel, and Friday, free 1-card pull, first 15 to 20 minutes like we do once in a while. That's always fun for me to just get some rapid fire messages out to everybody. I love doing that. I love challenging myself because I get very long-winded on some of these readings, and I'm sure you guys are like, let's just wrap it up, Amanda. Come on, I want to get to my reading now. So I'm sure those of you getting read, though, you're like, I'm cool with these longer readings, whatever. But yeah. Anyway, let's plan for that. If you feel so inclined to come over and hang out with us on Friday, get yourself a free card. And also anyone wanting to donate that day, again, all your lovely donations do go to help my mom, whose house burned down in July 2019, and we are getting her out of that camper. We will do it. We will do it. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave it there because I could just ramble and hang out with you forever. I got a timestamp. I'm going to go get some more water, fill my water, and wind down before bedtime. And I will check you guys tomorrow and Friday and beyond. I feel like Buzz Lightyear. So thanks again so much for all your likes on this live stream, your comments, your shares, your subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see each and every one of you right here back at the Done Creative Live and my other platforms. So I will check you next time. All right. Bye, Brandy Lynn. Bye, Ethan. Bye. I think Peggy was here earlier. Bye, everybody who was here. And I love you all. Bye, Vicky, if you're still watching. Bye, everybody. Oh, Manur. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. I just saw you check in. Hi. How are you? Bye, everybody. All right. I'm pushing the end button. I'll check you next time. Bye, Pinkley. Glad I caught you. All right, bye.